Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my, I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad? Sometimes I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky, hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see all blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where to pass the line, but you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the whole closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep
Peeps too strong.
Straight up, until I think like year 2.
from heaven. It's like some
Let's not waste
Mainstream
his time.
fast.
What do you prefer, Kazu? First or second pick? Let's try and analyze everything you know about Dota.
Do I prefer? I don't really know if I want to go too much into detail here.
That's fine.
I think
got a lot of secrets.
they both have their pros and cons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer second pick.
Okay.
I will not give too many reasons.
That's
but
fine.
I think it's more comfortable for more teams than others. I think most teams prefer
What,
second.
what do you think about that man on screen right now?
About Mr. Limp,
Oh, yeah.
he's pretty good. I think he's shaped up to be one of the best mids. I think at least right now his mechanical skill and his laning is like really top tier.
All right. So we have a couple of bans that are expected. Shaker and the Puck, notably. I guess the Lycan kind of joins the fray from what we've seen over the last couple of days. That being said, these two teams haven't picked Lycan at all.
They don't
Interesting.
like
They not Lycan.
I think it mainly sets up to the idea that Alliance has probably got a plan already in place, and
Yeah.
Lycan will be the hero that will be able to dismantle said
Oof,
plan.
they left Bat. Will Alliance pick Bat?
What do you think about that, Kazu? I don't know if you would have seen the first series that Alliance played in the league. It was against Team Nigma, and they first faced Bat every game with the intention
saw.
of putting it mid.
Yeah, I think the Lycan ban, at least the one hero where it would make sense for you to then first pick is Nyx. Without going too much into, obviously Nyx is a really good hero right now.
Yeah.
We all know that and we can see it. I think heroes that naturally build Necrobook
Yes.
or just overrun him are really good against him, such as Beast, which we had, or Lycan. So I think their first pick makes a lot of sense.
I really like Lion a lot as a hero, and if you consider it is a replacement to Shadow Shaman, you have a lot more single target burst. I think it's better against Nyx because you've got a really easy Hex into stun setup, even if he carapaces. But importantly, it synergizes really well with a lot of the meta cores right now, notably Monkey King and Ursa,
Yeah, the key thing is it's just
and
the instant lockdown. That's the key thing. You know, the Shaman, the Lion, they are the two options you go for. I think Puck and Nyx both suffer the same issues in the game with these two heroes, like the fundamentals. So Secret keeping their draft a bit more open with the Lion rather than pitching themselves with the Shaman.
I mean, that's also pretty nice against Nyx. If you have someone that can, you know, once this guy shows, the problem is that a lot of heroes that try to keep him in place or slow him, they'll all get stunned, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But if you have this Lion, you hex him, boom, this guy, now he feels sad and he's probably just gonna die.
Yeah. And I've talked about Death Prophet with Keizu for a couple of weeks now. We're both of the opinion that it's a busted hero that's really good.
How often do you talk to Kyle, Kazu?
Every now and then, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have joined you guys there, but turns out I did anyway.
Hey.
Fashion.
Subtle
Question
flex.
is, do you message Kyle or does Kyle message you?
It goes both ways. Let's
Oh.
here.
Just checking. Don't know if Kyle's a big
We're
fanboy.
friends.
Who is sending
Just 'cause you're a fan.
presents tomorrow?
I've lived
What?
in a... Go on, sorry.
Keizu's gonna get plenty of gifts. He's gonna get like 50 subs.
They're probably gifting subs to his channel
maybe.
right now.
They
You should
actually
give me a
will
present.
probably be
Right.
gifting subs right
Yeah,
now.
I'll check his Discord.
Single, by the way, not expecting anything.
Sad.
I was just checking his Discord again, sorry.
I was setting up production for the sound, but someone's asleep at the wheel. Chris, where you at, man?
Like Kezu just said again as well, against the Nyx Assassin, the Necro 3, very prominent. And then, look, we have the instant lockdown. It's not the Shaman, it's the Lion. And then we have the Necro Buyer, it was Nyx. So, yeah. Strong opening from Secret.
Puppy, notice when the interview's on, lights always off. After the interview, lights come on. I'm sensing a pattern. I don't know what that means.
Does it
Kezu,
need
you're the
to
streamer
mean
with
something?
lighting. Do you know anything about this?
No. I mean, I always have a lamp on, so I don't know about other people.
That's fair.
Personal preference.
Lamp on beats OG,
Also,
confirmed.
you have
Yes.
Who had art? You have Phoenix art.
Yeah,
that's
that's
from
really
the same
cool.
place. That's the same style as the Warcraft 3 art we had in
I have one with
Shad's room.
Justin.
Just that it's
Yeah.
multiple paintings doesn't mean it's the same style.
It's the same because it's leveled, like middle, highest.
That is a very
It's
common.
literally the same.
Yeah.
It's literally the
Just a
same.
different pic. Yeah, it's a different bit of art, but yeah, same.
Yeah,
So
literally.
it's definitely the same company. I'm just saying, it's a pattern there too.
So Kezu, do you like the idea that drafts have 2 bans to start with and then 3 in the middle? Or do you prefer having more heavy bans at the start and then less going into the middle to later portions?
I think I would rather have 3 in the start. I think it would be better if you start with 3 and then you go 2-2. Isn't that what we used to have even?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe it was 3-2-1 though.
Or maybe it's 3-1. I feel like 3-2-2 would be pretty nice. Even
What about
without the
3-2-3? What's so
no,
funny?
I feel like
Just a lot of
it would-
bans.
It would
They
narrow
just
it
want
much,
to
I
have
think.
3-2-2s. Yeah, I get it. The Dota community, all the
Oh.
same.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta
not.
go there.
But as you were saying, Kezu?
What about just
I
2
think-
phases?
I
Shut up,
think,
Kyle.
Yeah, or that. I just feel like this 2-2 is a bit weird right now.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Okay. Thank you.
Hear me out. 4 bans before any picks made. 2 bans in the second phase and no third phase.
Yes, that's why we're in Dota now.
Yeah. What? So bad.
Anyway, going back to the
Thank you.
Thank
oh
you,
my God.
Kazu.
Can we
Talk
ship?
about.
Can we replace 1K
this
for the other K?
Beastmaster, if Alliance don't address this Beastmaster properly, so first of all, if they put DP5, it's bad. If they put Nyx 5, it's also bad. Or rather, if those 2 heroes lane in the lane against Beastmaster, it's not good. So they kind of need to pick a 5 and a carry matchup that is good against Beast, because this hero right now, with how it's set up, if he has a good lane, he will do way too much. And seeing that it's also Zai playing it, he definitely would perform. So they need to really be careful with what they pick. And hopefully they don't put the CP5 or Nyx.
I think the obvious 5 for Alliance would most likely be like the Grimstroke, the Wyvern. I think the other options to deal with Beastmaster are a little bit too weak right here. I think CM and Witch Doctor are a bit too lane dependent. So I'd like to see a bit more kind of team fight going on to
You could.
FNG.
Bat's still a possibility. Just saying. They are getting a second phase now.
I do want to point out the Death
Yep,
Prophet.
it is.
The last 2 games that Alliance has played, it has been DP for Limp.
Yes.
And they have prioritized hard S4's hero for the last pick, setting him up for success most of all. And I think we might be seeing the same thing here.
Also, the Secret haven't actually. Oh, I was going to say Timbersaw. Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say they haven't banned out the Timbersaw yet. And I feel like with the initial picks, it just gives us for a free game.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is Secret cover their Beastmaster, but instead of banning out like 3 of the same role, they actually just remove what I would say are the 3 best heroes against Beast, even though they're all different roles.
You say that, but there's still, for example, like the Troll available for Alliance. There's a lot of options.
There's a FNG Chen, by the way. It's pretty solid in this game.
Ooh, offlane DP.
The heal is good with DP.
Yeah.
The heal is... Oh, they take it.
Ooh,
Fuck.
There you
nice
go.
pick.
Puppy Chen, boy.
Mate, it's Dreamleague. Say what you want. Do what you want. No, I'm just-
Puppy just that step ahead.
Yeah, he
And
is.
Yep.
It's also one of my favorite heroes with a Lion. Chen gives you a somewhat lack of control, and Lion gives you a lot of that, but you prefer to have these frontliners. You want something that can push towers, that can run creeps ahead of you, and in addition, Chen gets his farm from the jungle. Lion will be the support that can take lanes, and a Yapsor Lion's one of my favorite player heroes.
I think it has to be Grim or Wyvern for Alliance here. Like, I don't see any other 5 that has nice enough wave clear, but the issue is I don't know how well they do under the immense pressure you get like pre-15. You know, as soon as you exit laning phase, they're good going 25 minutes into the game. It's not so optimal.
You already feel super good here because like you have Beastmaster Chen against the Nyx, and we talked about this in the game that OG won with the Nyx Darkseer, that you needed this Darkseer because otherwise Nyx is effectively a creep against all of these creeps.
Oh, are they just going to IO Jaro?
They have played IO before, always Hanskin playing it though, and Nyx Assassin would then be for FNG.
But But you pick Chen into Wisp. Like, this is Puppy, Kuro, Notel. Like, fly. Every big captain likes the Chen strat against Wisp.
10 seconds remaining.
Mind games, Kyle. Mind games.
5 seconds.
Kazu, are Chen players buying the shard? Do you know, like in your pub?
What does the shard?
What is the shard?
TP people back to base. So it doesn't come to
I
the
haven't
Chen?
even seen any Chens in my games.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
it's
sure.
the old time. Send
Yeah.
back to Fount.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the poor man's coddle now, where rather than, you take the fight, you TP them back to base, then TP back into the fight and go. So it's kind of like the reverse of what it used to be. Just trying to think about potential kind of int mid heroes that want to utilize that TP potentially. But we haven't really seen it.
Another deny pick, perhaps, with
Yeah.
the troll pick up from Team Secret.
Oh, this is on
They're
point.
they're just in Alliance ahead.
They saw Alliance do IO Troll earlier in this tournament.
Yep.
And I think that they've just got an incredible draft. And they have last pick for their mid. Like, they're in such an insane spot.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, don't the Lions like need some gyro hero?
Yeah,
I really
that's-
think they need
that's
to
pretty
pair up
much
this
it.
IO with someone which is going to have a good game in the lane. First of all, a good lane so that you have a good game on your carry and to slow down this beast a little bit. And well, you need some AoE damage. This Nyx IO, they're not dealing damage. They're just
Yep.
enabling your other cores to do it. So you need to pick heroes that with this enabling
There it is.
achieve doing this.
But
Nice call.
but Troll eats Gyro alive.
Yeah, he kind of
Sorry.
does.
He does.
Like-
But I think the key thing is, like Kelly just mentioned, it's the fact that they need to have a good lane here, and other carries
Yeah.
aren't really going to fare well into the Beastmaster. At least with Gyro, we learned from the previous series, Gyro has a pretty good time into the Beastmaster. You kill off the trees, you have flak, you can't really save your board, they just die. Like, it's not
Yeah.
bad. It's the post laning phase. Your choices have to be so critical and correct, otherwise it just suddenly goes on your head and then the Gyro.
I feel you guys. I agree with your theory, but this feels like I feel when I watch like Magnus Carlsen play other grandmasters.
Yeah, okay,
Like-
Here we go.
Like,
Didn't he actually
it's
just
good.
lose the other week though,
Relax.
right?
It's good.
Okay, yeah.
But you just feel like Carlsen's going to win, and throughout the entire game, he just gets further and further ahead,
So
and
many
then in the
damage.
end game, he crushes you.
That's, yeah.
Like this lineup and the order, like everything's just perfect. Like Secret are,
Such a secret fanboy.
it's
Biased.
it's just good.
Panelist.
He's
Get him out of
biased.
here.
I'm not. It's
Out of here.
Yeah. Thanks, Kezi, for joining us. Kyle was a bit too biased. Okay, but more importantly, right, when you see Alliance's lineup, Kezi, do you see how they have like the laning phase potentially, and like you're not clearly favoring Secret entirely, right?
I mean, obviously I would say that Secret are in a better spot, but obviously, I mean,
Ignore the
Alliance
team
have
names.
off yet, right?
Ignore the team names and just look at like just the draft alone, right? Like,
So the thing is, if you look at the draft here, I give a slight edge to Secret.
Yep.
The thing that you need to remember is that they have last pick. So
Mhm.
if you like the second team picks, if you like the second team's lineup more, 4 picks in, they are most likely going to end with a better draft.
Mm.
Because you see 4 picks from each team, but the strongest pick is still left for the second pick
Yep,
team,
that
which
is
is
true.
Secret.
yeah, and they remove the big mid-game team fight from Alliance. The Kunkka would have been nice. Your spot, if you want to beat Secret here, you need the ability to battle for your towers early on and take advantage in map control mid-game, abuse the speed at which Wisp Gyro can play. Secret will have a strong early game. They want to take a couple towers, acquire map control, and then lean on the troll to actually win them the game.
I'd like to see potentially just a Mars or something from Alliance, just a simple off lane to provide some more early team fight. Maybe pressure Secret when they move to an objective. If he comes in at the right time, you have to relocate, big setup. And yeah, it's just a stable S4 hero to play.
Just the thing about this Nyx assassin, it feels like it won't have a place in this game. It's a denies Darkseer, sure, but it really doesn't look good against Secret's lineup, and it doesn't really complement what Alliance are looking to do here.
Maybe they have to take their team fight from mid or they initiate. So I like the Mars pick, but the problem is you're going to end up with this next Mars lane, which is like pretty weird, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So if you can work around it, maybe you can put the DP into the offlane with the Nyx and then get your initiator / team fighter from the mid lane, because then you have like less of a weird side lane matchup.
Is Pango available? I think Pango is also pretty good here, no?
Wouldn't mind
I
it.
like Pango. They could offlane it too.
Yeah.
What if they just pick Bat? The thing is, I actually really like Bat for Alliance, I'll be honest. Because they need something that Limp can play to sort of take over if they go for a mid here.
Ooh, okay.
Io Bristle.
Okay. I dig that too.
Where's he going? Off?
Yeah.
I guess? Yeah, against Chen. I guess it's Chen counter.
Yeah, it's just going to be the S4 off-lane Bristle just trying to be annoying, and it soaks up so much time and space that it opens up the gyro to freely farm the jungle because everyone's thinking about this off-lane. It's hard to invade.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't mind it.
What about if they just pick a Viper? Do they pick Viper here? Is that a thing? Just for the break?
I mean, I think Viper is good against Alliance's heroes, but to be fair, I think if you're Secret, you want to have a mid hero that first of all deals magic damage because you lack it a bit, and one that has the option of rotating.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you want to help this beast at some point, especially if he doesn't have a good lane.
Just go for the Viper.
Never mind.
It's just it gives you control of the win condition, right? Because again,
it's still
that,
very good.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's the mid game you're worried about, and now you remove Bristle as a threat. Like you have break, you can always try to kill the Bristle. Whereas without a break mechanic, S4's itemization could get him to this breaking point where he now can run at you with no fear.
This game just kind of reminds me of how this team, Viking, just overcame OG. They're going to have to play on the defense, have to wait for them to run into them aggressively. And that's where Secret, with the correct rotations and positioning, will be able to overcome the kind of pressure that Alliance's draft does have. But I don't see Secret really making these forward plays unless Beastmaster crushes his lane and basically gets everyone behind him to start pushing down towers. But yeah, Secret will be on the defense for quite some time.
Final thoughts on the draft from you, Kazu?
10 seconds.
Well, I'm generally a Secret fanboy, but I think even without trying to be biased, I think the draft is a little bit better than Alliance. But I think the game is fairly even. It's going to come down a lot to like the 5 to 12 minutes, some rotations to the lanes, and how people are doing there.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us for the draft. Yeah, lovely to hear from you.
Thank you, Kazu.
okay.
And
Bye-bye.
congratulations again,
Bye.
of course.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a good time.
Bye, Kazu.
Thank you.
Look, I'm not a Secret fanboy. If anything, I'm a fan of Alliance. One of my favorite streamers is still a member of Alliance, and I just think they're outdrafted. I think that Secret have the answers. They pre-picked heroes Alliance may have wanted that also match up against what Alliance effectively had to pick. You say they had to gyro, I agree, but it doesn't feel good. It's a Puppy Chen against Wisp. They got all the answers. They stole the quiz sheet.
Yeah, I like Secret's draft. I think the quiz sheet, like you mentioned, what do you mean? How am I meant to like pivot off that? Anyway, more importantly, yeah, Secret draft pretty cool. Block pick a lot of times. I think if they play defensively really well, they should win this game. That's what they do in their nature. I think Secret should win.
They had, the win condition is great, the IO Bristle, but then they just take Viper and say, no, that won't work, sorry. You need BKB timings.
But Alliance have the lanes though, and they're really good at
Only
laning
chance.
phase. And if they win the lanes, then they could win the game. But Secret,
These
they're
two
really
could
defensive.
argue for the next hour, but you know what will be way better if for
Watching
the
the
next
game.
hour you'd actually watch the game. Indeed, and we're gonna do exactly that while listening to OD Pixel and Fog.
Yeah, should be a good one here. Secret versus Alliance. We've just had the drafts done, Fogged. As the panel said, definitely some sort of answers to Alliance's heroes coming out from Secret. Does that make you believe that this is going to be a tough one for Alliance, or do you see something in Alliance's lineup that maybe the panel didn't quite?
I think BKB timings could be pretty strong for them when they do get to those points, right? If the Bristle, unfortunately, he's going to have to probably go for it this game since he is versus that Viper. I think they can play pretty decently around that. But it is still this looming pressure. The Puppy Chen, we've seen him play it. He's one of the few people to still be playing it currently in this. It applies a lot of pressure. Even if they're going to be more on that defensive aspect, you know that they're going to be able to still hit back and look for these fights anyway into this big team fight lineup that Alliance has drafted.
Oh, I'm going to
Puppy.
see if they get the catch-up. We've got the level 1 homing missile coming in over towards Puppy, but Puppy's able to get back under the tier 2. They can't chase him any further there.
Yep, we see the ward coming out. Zai, as soon as he sees an opportunity, he walks over and puts one down too. So Secret putting down their 2 early wards, looking to get a read of where these lanes are going to be and just a read of that early aggression. You know, they have Lion Chen level 1. Same thing with Beastmaster. Not the strongest at the start. Take a little bit of, 1 or 2 levels, was a creep or so, to actually have their power. So they will be more defensive on Secret here. Kyle's whole phrases, it still has me cracking up. They stole the quiz sheet. I can't even think straight still.
That's the Secret. If Secret want to make a move to try and secure their bounty here.
The rocket's down, but they have 3 ranged heroes, so it's just dead. Free money. And it is going to be a postured, aggressive tri-lane, it seems like, from Secret. So they want to get Zai something. I guess they're really trying to avoid that matchup and just get Zai in a 1v1 versus Bristle. Has the stick ready. Alliance is swapping. They want to avoid this tri-lane.
And what's sort of the main reason why Alliance is going to be pretty... stuck on trying to dodge this setup? Is it they don't want the Gyro to deal with the aggressive tri-lane?
He doesn't want to suffer in particular. Gyro, not great versus like the 3 heroes. Flak, pretty awful now at level 1. Your barrage and your homing missile won't help you too much. And then you're actually versus the Beastmaster. But, you know, you want to be able to verse him so you can clear out those summons and actually pressure him and slow him down. Bristleback eats the pressure, as we will see FNG get opened up on. Should be okay.
A lot of damage, though.
Yeah. Troll is known as pretty much like the strongest carry for a reason, just laning phase, at least in particular. Always able to apply so much pressure, even as an aggro laner. S4, he comes up, eats a stun, eats like 3-4 right clicks. Has to be a bit careful.
Yeah, and I guess Troll as well, one of the better sort of carries in the lane set up against the Bristle, because those stick charges, you know, you put the mana that you're getting to good work. The amount of spam ability you have to throw back.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And we see Puppy, he gets himself a little creep, one of the better ones you can get early on. This purge is quite impactful. Yeah, a nice choice. We don't get to see too many aggro tri-lanes, but I feel like when we have lately, they've been really strong, especially from Secret. I've been seeing them do it a lot, where they position aggro tri-lane and they switch the lanes with like a bottle refill or something. I remember that in particular when they were playing the Luna, and Zai was playing the safe lane with Pango, and they did, you know, they broke the tri-lane at some point. They refilled, bottled, and they swapped the whole lanes around, and it worked really well for them. Could be something they look to do again here, as FNG's actually stuck.
Oh.
He's stuck between the creeps. They keep blocking him.
Is he still stuck?
He's stuck.
He tried to tango his way up, but he got the tree that was like at an angle.
Oh! He got the stun to lift the creep up and walk through it, because he lifted it.
He might still be very dead here.
He might still be dead. The purge.
Yeah. They've got
another
him.
Purge.
And
he uses
a salve. A salve down the drain as well as his life.
And they're able to do this because Nyx and Io also just kind of weak laners in particular. So Nyx gets taken advantage of. S4, he gets bullied away by the troll by himself. Oh, yeah, really good stuff. And it's really hard for Alliance to break their lanes and move the Io. They don't want to Io and Nyx together because they don't pose much of a threat at all with what they're up against.
Let's see. So, I mean, on some of the other lanes, what are we having so far? Mid lane, Limp with a little bit of a lead against Nisha.
Yeah, he's doing well.
It's close. I mean, is it sort of expected that the Death Prophet has a little easier time than the Viper in this?
First few levels for sure. You start to get harassed back as we see, you know, the level 3 comes out from that Viper. Limp just has better damage. You know, Death Prophet has like a solid 12 damage, better animation, and a way to clear and push the wave in. So it's nice to play that matchup. You will start to get poked and harassed, and you'll have to get some regen on DP at some point, but you're fine with this matchup as S4. Let's step up a bit far.
I'm going to start going on him. They've got the stun and S4. He's got the stick charges.
Blocked.
But the root's out. They're going to be able to get this kill.
Uh-oh. A Bristle who's in his safe lane getting significantly shut down, and he's versus a Viper. That's always probably feels pretty bad for S4 as this second to last pick Bristle. Bottom, we are still seeing the gyro farming really well, which is the most important thing. And you see his build, he's just maxing the flak so he can attempt to kill the boars at the start. Will make his aggression a lot weaker, but I think that's what they're just going for a farm style more on these gyros.
Yeah, I think Nico Baby's going to have to do some quite heavy carrying this game if sort of, especially if S4 has struggles. As you say, you know, being a Bristle that's not having the easiest of lanes up there and is going to be playing into a Viper. It's not going to be easy for S4 this game.
But that is why they picked the gyro. You know, that's why they have the IO picked first up too, is to just make this the super carry. He's the one who has to just literally put the whole team on his back. Limp will be able to still dish out good damage because he's a Death Prophet. As long as he's not just killed at the start of every fight, he's going to have his own damage element. So gyro has to really just 5v1, or 1v5, sorry.
Well, that's
not going to be easy when Matu's given all the space. Like, they're even giving Matu all the experience top. There's a level 4 troll. The Absol hits 3. Puppy only level 2. We see the Bristle of S4 just hit level 4 when he's kind of been playing alone up top. FNG's level 1, for reference.
No, it's not. It's not been easy up on this top half of the map for Alliance with the setup that Secret came in with, and as we saw, you know, Alliance did dodge. They did choose to have it like this, but it didn't necessarily mean that S4 was going to be set up for success, as he is having a very slow start up there.
Do they have stack? I'm looking. They do at least have like one set of stacks, it appears, and a set of Ancients also stacked up. He needs to be able to farm those to catch back up. Well, that's the gyro's going to have to wait a little. That's the one scare. I was going
to say, surely Nico Baby wants them, or you think you have to give those to the Bristle to get S4 into the game?
If S4 doesn't take them, his game is just completely over, which maybe they do anyway because he's versus a Viper, but I feel like if you just sack a whole hero, there's no way you win this game. You need a frontliner for this gyrocopter, or he's just literally going to get trained on and roared every single fight by Zai. So I don't feel like you can neglect S4 completely here. He has to get some farm. And I'm seeing Puppey, he's walking in and scouting these stacks and even trying to take them and just mess with it a little bit here. Even if it's like a single troll summoner, he is killing it.
They're going to pop the ghost and try and get aggressive onto mid, but Nisha is able to just step away as FNG tries to swing in from the trees. TP's coming in as well from Secret as they're ready to hold this tower and make sure that minimal damage is done with this first exorcism.
Even if it's like a weird rotation, they just bring the 2 supports, even though they don't really do much of anything. They push the Death Prophet away from the lane, and we say S4, he is farming these stacks. But look at Matu. Like, this is just the best. This is the best situation in the world. You're an off-lane troll just with no pressure at all. Full experience given to him, too. This is going to be level 6 already on Matu.
I mean, in down bottom, Nico Baby is also getting comparable farm. Like, he's right at the level in CS, about half a level difference. So, this gyro is still going to hit some very good timings. It's just going to be sort of a case of how the gyro matches up in the action against the troll, and sort of what the panel was saying, that what troll, for the most part, plays pretty well into gyro.
He plays really well into gyro through like all stages, yeah. Unless you start like significantly falling behind, I mean, even then, it's not that bad of a matchup for the troll. It depends on how far behind. If you're even level as a troll versus gyro, you're happy. If you're ahead, you're super happy. Matu now getting time to hit the tower. So Nico Baby, he's trying to push into this catapult wave so he can start doing the same as Matu. But he's not going to be able to as quickly. We see Hanskin has been backing away, continuing to stack these Ancients to set themselves up.
They have got a juicy amount stacked up.
They do. They are preparing for it. So lanes did go slightly in Secret's favor off of the start here. But they do have a ton of stacks.
I mean, Matu, he's going to get the kill on FNG for sure.
S4 has to be careful too. He can start to get turned on as well.
See how aggressive they want to play into him. They've got the
battle
ult.
trance.
They're just going to commit, get that attack speed up, and S4, he's going to go down. It's a double kill for Matu in that top lane as it only gets better and better. At the same time, down bottom, Hansken and Nico Baby were able to take down Zai, so still keeping Nico Baby's game in a good position, but yeah, this top lane, Matu is just getting so much free farm and 3 kills so far.
Is that... Wait a minute. 1 second. Is that S4's actual items right now at 8 minutes? He's naked. He is unbelievably squishy. He has like no stat items or anything. He went for the bottle so he could try to sustain, but I'm really worried just for his HP. Like 980 HP, 8 minutes. This is usually where you're seeing like the Vanguard or something start to get in preparation for.
I mean, that's the thing. Would you say, is it getting to the point where you sort of just do have to sack S4's game and you don't let him have these Ancients? Like, who's getting these Ancients now? Are you trying to recover S4's start, or are you saying it's going to be a tough game for Bristle, let's let him go and just buff up the Nico Baby's gyro farm?
I think you just give it to Nico Baby. FNG getting chased down here. Matu should have the chase.
He's going to have to slow. He's got this. This troll, Matumba, man. This is one of those dream starts for the troll warlord.
Yeah, and they're not going to have a good frontliner to protect the Death Prophet or the Gyrocopter at the moment right now, as S4 is just really struggling. He needs to buy any type of small HP items, I feel like, here. Just treads, bracers, anything, at least for the start, as he's really going to struggle. And it's even more so because he's versus a Viper who's going boots of travel. So we are seeing Anisha looking for that speed so he can match the movements of Io, Gyro, be able to match all the movement speed and all the collapse that Alliance will start to do with their draft. I mean, and they're running in and stealing the stacks too. He's even running in now, taking some of these, and they even have a Hawk also watching the Ancient side too. So Secret in preparation for the next stages, and Alliance are starting to set up their own push bottom.
Obviously top lane, Matu is able to finish off the tower, 9 minutes in. Very early tier 1 to be taken, and the mid S4, he's got to keep his distance.
He can't do his job. His job is to protect these towers. This is really bad, the fact this is happening for Alliance. Like, Beastmaster might have the same net worth as Bristleback, but he does way more with that little, because he just gets his book online and it works well with his lineup. S4 has to find himself a little bit more farm somehow. But he also has to defend the tower, so he doesn't have much room to work with.
Yeah, they'll bring Nico Baby in as well, and he will be able to clear out the creeps.
At least they can slow it down a bit.
Now we've seen Nico Baby about 800 gold off his Maelstrom timing. And Matu just about 300 away. So Maelstrom is going to come out incredibly quickly on the troll. Do find themselves the possessed mask for Nico Baby. That will be very nice. And will allow him to clear out these stacks a little safer than with that life still in the buff off with the tether of Hansken. They'll probably want to do it soon. Mid S4. I got the raw into the finger. He's dead. He just can't show himself in a lane.
Oh.
It's too scary.
And they use the call down. That's a dead mid tower. They're gonna have to bring Limp to try to defend this one, but without call down, it feels pretty unlikely. Very long cooldown that you can take advantage of now. They're gonna swing the Nyx in. The books are up. They gotta try to stop it and slow it down somehow.
Gotta bring in everything in here to stop Secret from taking this tower.
Nisha down bottom though, will be able to continue his push.
Getting these very fast timings out. Poppy has got his mech done, ready for the group moves. And we're seeing the Maelstrom done on the Timberman. So Nisha moving around with the bots and already well on the way towards that Rod of Atos.
Mech is, in typical Puppy fashion, he picks it up so early, and it's really, really strong this game with what he's up against. It kind of counteracts all of the Gyro's early damage with the call down and with his flak. I'll be feeling some concerns for Alliance in these next few moments, as they're not the ones really dictating the pace with this big team fight, and I feel like Secret's just waiting for item timing still, even though they're able to pressure. Because they're playing versus Nyx Assassin, so their lineup just plays so well into this. Is FNG actually gonna be able to
He's
survive?
gonna be able to hide, but they'll turn their attention away from FNG and look towards top. As Matu's chasing him with the ult. S4, has he got any way out of this? He has not. He just, any lane that he goes to, Secret will kill him off very easily right now.
Matu level 11 now at this point. The Gyro, who's now clearing through his stacks, is just level 9, to put in that in reference to just how much they've been giving this troll and how much this troll just has absolute freedom in the game. He's just up top by himself. He has the bots to be able to come help him from Nisha at all times too, so he doesn't feel as pressured.
I mean,
and FNG now finally hits 6, so now they can maybe make their own hit, which they really need on Alliance.
And this is a big one. They find Matu, they're coming in, and they're bringing in the relocate. They'll have the firepower surely to take him down. They do. They needed that. They are able to find and take down the troll. So he's going to get brought back though. As it, yeah, will just be Hansken.
Just the IO.
He's not going to take anyone else into this setup here from Secret.
Still a good hit, slows him down significantly. Gyro will be able to now push out a wave himself a little bit safer. They get this top wave out. Secret, though, immediately, as we said, they set up for their own move. Viper going to push out the lane. They get some tower pressure. And there is some time now for S4 to slowly catch back up in, but it's a game where it doesn't feel like he's ever going to be able to, because he's versus that Viper. He's already out of the game, and his net worth will not... He'll never be able to tank up versus the damage now at this point.
Yeah, they're well and truly shutting down so far here, Secret. It'll be very hard.
And now they've taken all the tier 1s as well, so it's a lot harder for Alliance to get onto the opposing side of the map at all. And look for these plays that their lineup actually kind of thrives around, right? With the IO, with the Nyx, they can look for those global plays, but now it's so much harder now that you've lost these 3 towers. All this information is gone. And Secret's just chilling. They've got more than they wanted to get in this early game. I think the panel was also saying how they felt Secret was going to be the ones a little bit under the pressure in the early start, but now they have this 4K advantage with the troll, with the win condition on their team for the later stages. It's looking like a good matchup for Matu to really take advantage of this game, as he's already, it looks like he's queuing up the Satanic.
All right,
Maelstrom into Satanic, I believe.
All right. I mean, he's going to get it at a very good time at this rate. As you said, definitely a bit of a switch. I mean, especially for an item that we're seeing a lot of people stray away from nowadays.
It works really well with Chen, though, right? Your Divine Favor, the way it manipulates everything, too. It's going to make him be able to just stay in the fights versus the overwhelming damage that does come from Exorcism and Gyro. He's going to actually be able to hold his ground if he gets this item. And I'm seeing, like, Ice Armor as well on Puppy, even the Armor creep, too. It's all about just buffing up Matu so he can stand in the midst of everything when those fights finally do kick off from Alliance, because they're gonna soon. Limp is level 12. They've got some decent timings now, a hood on S4. They are looking to be pretty battle ready.
Alliance is gonna try and come in, see what they can find with the smoke arrow set up. With the stun, there's gonna be TPs coming in. He's still alive. He's got an invis. He's able to step out to the side. He turns with the rod straight away onto S4. Matu moves in. As they're focusing down the bristle, they'll get him. S4 dies. broken by the toxin and burst down by Yapso's finger. And the chase will continue here for Secret as they move up to the high ground, over to FNG. It's another kill from a Timberman. Alliance losing the 3 of them, as it really just seems to be the case that because they don't have that frontliner, they really can't take any fights against Secret right now, which is definitely a huge issue for their draft, being behind like this.
Yeah, just no frontliner. S4 just dies instantly once he gets turned on, and unfortunate for them, they don't have any reveal, as Nisha with the bots able to scurry away, invis, and reset the whole fight. They didn't even have to use the Hand of God. They just had to use the mech to turn away all that damage.
Well, hang on, they know Nico Baby's down here.
Nico Baby.
He's out. He's out and away. Ooh, was close. Was close. I mean, Yaps with this very early blink with the way things are going.
How does he have? He has blink as well. 207. They do have. It is 11-2. They have dominated the whole map, but somehow they're making it feel worse than it even is. Like Alliance.
I mean, we'll see this.
That was their exorcism fight with their big timing of items, and they just couldn't do anything.
They don't. I mean, you say Invis is popped. He's well away. And suddenly, S4, the rest of them, they're starting to back up. But you see, he's in the break. A finger comes out, and he just disappears.
And even just I'm looking at the flank, too, from the wraparound. The zoo. The tornado comes in from the Wild Wing. Then these boars are slowing these already kind of slow heroes. It's looking really grim for Alliance at such a quick pace. 17 minutes in, 11-2. Nico Baby looks like he wanted to go for SNY, but I'm feeling like he might just have to BKB to just clear out the summons, to attempt to be able to clear out the book 3, which is going to cause big problems for their draft as well.
Yeah, this is a very hard game for Nico Baby to carry.
Yeah, I mean, S4, the last pick in their draft, 0-5-0. Secret has completely addressed what Alliance wanted to do with their draft, about having this Bristle be that frontline, be able to protect and guard these squishy, big damage dealing cores, but he's just unable to. They shut him down way too hard from the start.
I'm going to be able to get this tier 2 as well, pre-20 minutes. As S4, not much more that you can do other than watch from the trees.
They can't fight into the Aegis. There's no way. And now it's going to be a Satanic, finished up on Matu. Didn't have the damage for him at all before, and he has a Satanic.
That's going to be a patch fastest. For sure.
Yep.
18 minutes Satanic.
They're gonna start knocking on the high ground a bit. Force the reaction back from Alliance. 18 minutes in. There it is.
Now what can Alliance do to slow this? There we go. 11 minutes 49, faster than the patch fastest.
Oh my god.
I mean, of course, not normally built this early in progression, but still a very impressive timing there from Matu. FNG.
Nico Baby has to just buy the SNY to be able to fight, because they have to fight here or they just lose the game. Secret's just bringing the battle to them. They're poking,
but no.
S4.
He's trying to get in on this, but he's the power of the Viper.
He can't even poke.
The poison's too strong. As they're just losing the barracks. Secret.
They can't even. They have exorcism and they can't even walk up and fight.
Oh, that's dead IO. Well, I mean.
Alrighty then. On to the next one, I believe, pretty soon.
Let's hope game 2's a bit closer. I mean.
I honestly, like, Kyle, the way Kyle was saying it, where they took the quiz sheet, it really did feel like that with the way they set up their picks. Yeah. Kyle was absolutely right. This Chen pick after the IO, we've seen them do this before. Well, it was actually the IO pick after the Chen. They picked it into it. And Secrets just played their own game and played it perfectly. This aggro tri-lane working wonders.
They really did. They made the switch against it, but it just felt awkward. It was sort of the best of a bad situation when it came to the lane setups for Alliance, and Secret knew that. They knew that they're coming with a strong draft, and they're playing like it.
And now last hurrah, really, it feels like for Alliance, trying to get a wraparound, this Nyx Assassin into this heavy push lineup. This first pick, Secret have abused it through and through. They're even going to back up, look to pick up their own bounties. FNG might be able to snag it. Oh, he will. All right, so Nisha's going to know that he's standing on top of him. He's racing him. Won't be able to make it faster, though. Very speedy bug.
How long to the relocate stuff? Can they go for something? They got relocate in 5.
I think they'll get turned on. I don't think they want to set up onto this
sort of crazy relocate play to try and get a pick off and open some opportunities up.
have to try. The thing is, though, Puppy's going to run over. Holy Locket, Mac can Hand to God and heal him for 1,000-something HP. Like, this is actually over 1,000 healing that he can provide onto somebody. So I feel like just making these plays is super difficult. You're just at such a disadvantage. Like, your whole map is just closed way too quickly. You're still away from your big item timings, which, like I was saying, is the BKB timings for Alliance. They're trying to farm these. Limp as well as the Gyro. Limp is pretty close. Nico Baby's still a ways away. But that's their biggest timing to be able to fight around. And I feel like it's already been addressed by Secret. This huge lead that they have. Alliance just has to wait for the looming push.
Oh no.
That's 4.
Oh, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Gotta protect S4 at all costs here.
FNG's really waiting for an opportunity on the side here.
I don't know if that opportunity is gonna come.
I don't know if it's gonna come. Uh-oh.
Oh, S4. He's in.
Nice stun.
They're keeping him a little safe with the tether. He's getting low and he's gone. Yapsel's able to burst him with a finger. They'll move themselves out of the cooldown. Zai does get stunned before the roar comes out. We're going to see Troll now turn Masu with the lifesteal. He's standing his ground. He's looking towards FNG. Now he turns over towards them, pops the battle trance.
Oh my God.
Cleaning up again, Secret. 3 dead.
Look at the buffs.
And yeah, they'll call it GG. Well played indeed. 22 minutes, 17 for 2. As this was just another one of those Secret games, Fog.
It well and truly was. The aggro tri-lane to break the game, to just never let Alliance get their footing. Ruin poor S4, push him into the ground, step on him a little bit too. That was pretty brutal by Secret.
I mean, how do you sort of pick yourself up after a game like that if you're Alliance? Do you think there are sort of identifiable things that they can go back and say, you know what, we shouldn't have drafted this, we left ourselves a little vulnerable with this sort of pick?
Yeah, I think they got themselves forced into position where, I think the panel was saying it too, right? Like the Gyro had to be picked and then they didn't know what the suitable offlaner would really be. I think they put themselves into a tough spot, and it's tough to really fix this as well too, because right, they opened with Nyx and right away, like Secret responds with Lion and Chen. So they're already starting to set up that looming push. Maybe they should have banned the they did the Lion and Beastmaster. Maybe they should have banned the Chen or something like that afterwards, because it is Secret style where they like to play these pushing drafts, and you have a Nyx. So maybe in the draft, some hindsight can be said about just being more prepared for the big push that Secret does like to do. Yeah, they certainly do. And when they get it going like that, they do it well. As a very one-sided affair there. 17-2, 22-minute victory for Team Secret. As I said, let's hope that the next game's maybe a little closer. We'll find out, though. Secret definitely seeming to be on top form here as they take the first game against Alliance.
that makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
Anything you want to see this game, or you want to not see this game specifically?
I'm flexible. Basically, I just want to see a cool draft come out. I don't think that other than the lane setup advantage that they had, I don't think there was anything like super specific that needs banning to solve what happened last game.
Ooh, I love this ban from Secret. I love the fact that they pushed the Knicks up into a higher order of ban just because they see the Necro free, like the Lycan, the Beast, take it away.
Yep. And also, it's a good tip. Any of you tier 2, tier 1 teams out there, although, be honest, anybody watching Secret right now is probably tier 2 in comparison. Necro 3 against Knicks. They have obviously solved that. And if you can't get it available, Knicks becomes much better as a hero choice.
It's also the 1-2 punch of the lockdown, but yeah, for sure. Okay, and something I wanted to touch on is simply the idea that I think second pick feels a lot better just because you know that the meta heroes, is probably 4 or 5 of them, it's harder to draft when you're forced to pick one of the meta heroes and then the other team has a good, strong response to it and like builds the entire draft around that. Like when you're first pick, unless you have some insane idea on how to draft away from the meta, you do feel kind of already pigeonholed in the first phase.
Yeah, and they go back for the puck, which is what they did to answer Coddle, if I'm not mistaken, in the first series they played up in this DPC. High reach, coil him, very easy to take him down.
Second series they played.
Second series, sorry.
But yeah,
It was
we've
week
seen.
2.
We saw the versus Viking. We saw Poppy play a lot of puck for the squad. So flex
Also
pick.
really good in that it rotates as a mid hero, and Coddle's not so good at countering that and shutting it down. So kind of covers a lot of bases.
And I like the idea that because you see this position 5 or 4 already, you're not going to see this instant lockdown hero because can you really go Kotl plus Lion, Kotl plus Shaman?
you
know,
can't.
you're forced into like a Kotl plus
And Shaker's
Spirit.
banned.
Shaker's banned. So it's kind of, you really only have the position 4 now, and it's only Earth Spirit, in my opinion, that can. So, okay. And this is where I feel like the draft kind of already feels a bit awkward because you're forced into this awkward support duo. Right?
And if I'm Secret, like I actually think Alliance have to ban Lone Druid in this spot. Yeah, he's not a Necro 3 hero, but that's always been a very difficult hero for spots like this where you have 2 squishy backline supports. Like the bear's just gonna run at you, and if you can't get through the bear, these heroes can't. Then you can't touch Secret's heroes.
I guess the question for Secret is simply the bans might look towards the bigger offlaners that enable these type of heroes, so like the Tide and the Bristle, I think are good bans, unless you have an idea of how to counter maybe the Tide on turn, but still banning out the Bristle.
I could see a Dark Willow from Secret as a possibility, or even better, the Furion. This is the OG special. When you see 2 squishy supports, we've seen this throughout the DPC. Pick a Furion. Your lanes are almost guaranteed, one of them, the Furion lane, is guaranteed to win.
It's all hero.
At least the line will get boots first probably, so he'll be faster than Treants generally, and Coddle can blast him a little bit, but you're definitely right that it gives him decent matchup options.
That being said, it's not that much of a flex pick for Team Secret, is it? It's normally Zai playing it.
Yeah, but you see both supports. I think it's fine in that spot.
Yeah, I think the key thing here is you can play the puck in the middle 5, you can play the Furion, and I think depending on how the draft develops, they'll happily flex the heroes into what's best.
And the thing
we've seen them play it before, that's the key thing.
And unlike other teams, even if they play it, Secret really like the puck as a 5. So if this is an OG lineup, we're like, okay, that's Thompson's puck, and it's a no-teller Seb Profit. You flip that here, because it's either Puppy or Nisha who will be on the puck. Likely Puppy, and again, because you see the supports, it doesn't really matter what core you pick. If it's landing with a Coddle, you're going to feel just fine as a Prophet against it.
I would like to say though, and put a lot of emphasis on this, when we talk about Secret's draft and we praise certain aspects, it's simply because of the defensive nature that they install into their gameplay, that certain heroes do feel a lot stronger, or they have options to pick new heroes because they're not often smoking early. They're not crossing that river and trying to really get strong map control. They're playing for strong laning setups and the ability just to have a slow entry into the game. And that alone, unlike other teams like Alliance, for example, we praise them on their 4-minute rotation, breaking down that mid lane. And it's a product of being able to play out the start of the game, that laning phase. And if they don't have that, it's harder for them to play. And that's why I think often when we look at Secret's draft, we praise them a lot more just because their gameplay is so opposite of most of these teams in the DPC right now.
In other words, Secret good.
Yes. Well, it's
Secret patient.
I think that the allegories to chess are most defined. Like when you watch Secret play, they're picking opening lines that are understood, but they just do it in a way that is more solid than effectively everyone else in Dota. And they're good enough that they can take these minute advantage and positional changes to just kind of crush an endgame. Like that match against Alliance, like was just.
But this Viper ban from Alliance is like, we don't want them to take away our tanky offlane hero.
Yeah.
And then Secret instantly pivots from like the Ricky ban into, oh wait, hold on guys, hold on. The Viper's in play.
And Bristle's probably going to be our next ban.
Yep.
And I like the Pango ban from Alliance. They did their scouting because when they've done this in the past, specifically with this puck opener, they've third picked Pangolier because it gives this puck 5 a ton of value because now just a coil and a Pango is absurdly strong in these mid-game team fights.
It's kind of interesting because Pango is also a hero that normally Zai would play. I guess it's everything is a little bit flex. What are you thinking, Purge? I see frowns.
Yeah, yeah, everything is so flexible. It's hard to identify where Secret is going to go with their heroes, so it definitely makes it really hard. Like you guys have been saying, to know where they're going to lane. Their matchups look solid right now. Troll is the carry that's been stabilizing them, so makes sense to ban that as well. Basically, just a lot of lane strength heroes out of the second phase for Alliance. Kyle, you doing laps or?
Yeah, he's getting his steps for the day. He's thinking this series.
I know what they're
going to
do. It makes sense. It's beautiful. They're going to, you want to ban our break mechanic? Okay, we'll ban the 2 heroes that we need a break mechanic
But
for.
what if this is
Timbersaw and
Alliance
Bristleback.
controlling the draft now? You ban out a Viper and Secret are forced to have to ban these
That's what I
two,
mean.
and then you
It's-
pivot somewhere else.
They're understood lines. Like this is, it's, I get to your point. Yes, it's good from both sides. Sure, Alliance are forcing this movement, but let's see how they capitalize on it.
Exactly. And then, okay.
Earth Spirit coming out.
Dude.
Now you have the Earth Spirit Puck combination. Of course, it now aligns to me that I think Puck most likely will be mid simply because of that combination alone.
This is stuff that Puppy is. This concept has been what Puppy's been working with since they won the Shanghai Major. Profit plus global mobility, high reach, lots of catch.
Okay, so in simple terms,
Capitalize on kills. That means towers.
poor positioning, damage to apply to that, and that +1 factor. Okay.
Yeah.
It works even better because Alliance's 2 supports so far are really squishy. They're vulnerable to being dove, to being silenced, to being gone on. So
Alliance,
perfect.
Yeah, and they are able to deal with this Earth Spirit Puck combination because Void Spirit in the lane against Puck, you have the Quelling Blade, you're a melee hero, you do pretty well. And then in the early points, you don't care about Earth Spirit rotation. Of course, when Puck gets coil, that's when it gets a bit awkward.
I think it's
but-
Puppy Puck though.
Yeah, if it is the Puck mid, that is. That's what I'm saying about the Void Spirit. Now maybe you can put the Puck lower down because like we don't have that instant hard easy matchup where it's like coil into kill.
Yeah, but you see it. So now Secret have this advantage where they don't feel like that matchup's too bad. They just take Puppy's hero here, and you save your last pick, or you just take a core that can be mid or safe. In this spot in the past, I think they have gone. They don't pick Kunkka 4th. Usually that would be 5th. I still think Lone Druid is excellent.
Yeah, I'd prefer to see a carry here. Okay, they go for a DP.
Works too. Yeah, same concept though. It's still open. You still actually don't know for sure if it's a Puppy Puck or not.
Just to, create even more confusion, does Nisha play Earth Spirit mid?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I think maybe once or twice. It's not been like a
It's
prominent
possible.
hero.
Everything's possible. What is Dota anymore?
Yeah.
Silence is really good here as well.
Yep.
Very good hero that fits into their ambiguity while also giving good matchup.
Yeah, 3 heroes with the silence
I
already.
really want to see Mars though from Alliance, I think. Because if it's Puck or Fury in 5, I think Mars will do well. With the Coddle, you now have a lot of spam on that lane. And I said it in the last series, but I feel like Alliance, they need a hero that when Secret try and go to an objective, they need to be able to command the fight
Yes.
and do something.
Yeah, I
And I thought, like, okay, they go for the Wraith King. All right.
I will. I should have seen the DP, but that is the best win rate or best matchup against Void Spirit, just in the lane and throughout the game, because you naturally invite aggression. That's how you like to play the game. You buy BKB, you buy Yols, you apply a lot of tower pressure early, and you have an advantage in the laning phase.
But this is a good Wraith King pick from Alliance in the fact that they needed someone to be that front line. A lot of Secret's damage comes within the ultimate chaining, and obviously Wraith King can tank that. We've seen it 1,000 times before now. My only fear for Alliance is simply the pacing of their early damage. They have some nice wave clear to some degree, but I'm not seeing them be able to smoke up early on.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe a finger kill, compared to like the Secret, where they do have a lot of more skirmishing desires, and they can also unlock Roshan and some of these towers. But yeah, again, I think if they have a strong offlaner that has good team fight and tower defense from S4, I think Alliance are in a good position to not obviously be walked over in 22 minutes.
Mars,
Oh, there's the Mars back. Oh.
Yeah, Mars would have been really good because it would have made it so easy for them to chainstone like 3 times in a row on anybody they went with.
Yep.
Between Void and Wraith King in line. So yeah, damage, disable, some mix of that for their offlaner.
So what's left for S4?
Darkseer. They have a lot of melee cores. Doesn't particularly counter the enemy, but
most of his heroes are banned out at this point. This is the difficulty in the patch right now. When you leave your offlane to the last pick, I think it's so hard to pick with confidence because there's only 5 or 6 offlaners that have that real kind of defend our tower mentality. And other than that, it's a lot more kind of skirmishing fight. And right now, for Alliance's draft, they need the defense.
So they banned Slark. I can see the Matu Lone Druid in my mind's eye, and I just think to myself, damn, that mid-game tempo, they're going to run a bear in, pop all their spells, and represent so much more damage. The difficulty with the Alliance lineup right now is their lack of sustained DPS in fights until their Wraith King is able to actually be their single core.
What are they going to bat right or mid on Alliance and do offlane Void? Is that what the Slark is telling us?
That could be sick. Yeah. I think you ban Bat if you're Secret. That's a really good point.
Yep.
Nice. Good call.
Yeah, that's really nice, Kev, because that would shift the dynamic, right? The balance of power now. Suddenly Secret can't draft for themselves. They have to address the Bat. And that's a really cool move. I think Alliance banning the Slark may telegraph it a bit, but you can't pick Bat with Slark available.
For Alliance, it's like, I think Viper or Brew are the only 2 that really come to mind. Viper's already banned out, so I think Brewmaster maybe. Like, you can't deal with the fight, but at least just take away one hero and then take the fight once the Wraith King's ready. But it's a real difficult position right now for Alliance.
You have limited stuns. Like, Lion is lockdown, Void Spirit is catch, sure. But it's just hard to play fast.
There's no Pangolier, there's no Mars, there's no Bristlebat, there's no Timber.
Clock?
Tide.
Okay. Tide's still there. I don't mind that. Of course, it stands in front of towers. It does great there. I'm just scared of the damage because outside of Illuminate, Lion Finger, a couple Astral Steps, that's about it for your early damage. It's like a bit worrisome.
I think Gush is pretty good. It's like -4 armor with level 1 Gush, so that plus Void Spirit and Wraith King could get some kills on like DP pre-plate mills. But
what is Matu? I mean, Jug, Lifestealer, pretty simple options, like good matchups. The innate BKB is quite nice. I think Lone Druid's less likely against Tide, but still very possible. I just really want to see Matu play it. I think it's real underrated. Oh my God, we forgot Ursa. Jesus.
I was actually thinking the Ursa, and I didn't want to say it.
It's like
it's nice.
Yeah, you benefit from the pace your team can play with.
Yeah.
Tide is now just like, oh God, not this. Man, the status resist innate against all this lockdown.
I think the key difference though is for Alliance, they have a way to awkwardly defend towers and prolong the game. And then we have seen Wraith Kings where once they get over that hurdle of early aggression, they can tank up some key damage.
Whoa.
What's the way? Is there anything different?
Prophet Puppy and a Zai Puck.
Wow. We don't often get to see the offlane Puck because it doesn't apply as much pressure to the safe lane. So normally teams have been shifting away from that. But be interesting to see how that works out this time.
When you're against Wraith King Coddle, though, Puck in theory can actually be.
You can dodge everything, right?
He's safer than a Furion would be in the lane, and it allows the Absol to play around middle or bottom.
Sure. Interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff. Final thoughts on the draft, Purge?
Yeah, I agree with what you guys said. I think the only downside is then you have Prophet against a Tide, which isn't that amazing, but I guess you can punish the Lion, go for that instead, and Ursa should give them the oomph they need. So probably Secret, but I think Alliance has some okay laning setups.
All right. Thank you very much. Kyle.
Yeah, Alliance have looked a lot better over this DPC. They've been steadily improving, but I swear, Secret is just right now ahead of the game. Like, they're just too damn good at a level that we haven't really seen often, if not ever, in our game. So I favor them here. I think they've got answers.
Yeah, I'm worried about the impact of the support duo. I think the core players have got very comfortable heroes for themselves, but I'm just skeptical of the support duo. And but either way, I think maybe Nico Baby Wraith King with time might be able to do something. But yeah, of course, Secret favored for now.
Yeah.
Some time though.
Are they going to get that time for Nico Baby's Wraith King? We're going to find out. Let's head over to OD Pixel and Fog for the second game of the series.
Yeah, so what do you reckon, Fogged? Are we going to get a closer game here, or are you already worried once again for Alliance's well-being against what Secret's drafted?
Having some concerns, as I'm seeing some limited team fight really coming out from Alliance. I'm worried if they don't have Ravage, they almost can never fight. A lot of these times when I've been seeing the Wraith Kings, they don't join the game. They literally don't play Dota until they have that Radiance online. I think maybe with the Coddle, they can change that up a little bit with recalls and whatnot, but I'm very worried on just the spells in general. When I look at Secret's team fight, Death Prophet ulti, Puck ulti, Earth Spirit ulti, Nature's Prophet ulti, all these great damage instances, great for team fighting. Alliances is mostly pick off single target besides like Tidehunter. It should be very hard for them to play besides having that Ravage. But it looks like they're going to maybe pose themselves as an aggro trialer themselves so they can get this good matchup for S4 so we can avoid this Ursa, which I think is a pretty good approach. As long as they can protect S4's game, then I'm feeling a little bit better for Alliance.
I mean, and that Ursa as well, how highly do you rate that finishing pick here from Secret? Is it a pretty nice game for the Matu Bear?
Yeah, it looks great. Long duration team fights, they thrive. I feel like Alliance, they have to have this big explosion, a big explosive connection at the instant start of these fights. Otherwise, the fights look really difficult. Wraith King versus the Death Prophet, Exorcism, you pop your Reincarnate, Exorcism still going to keep going and hitting you. It really does feel quite an uphill battle for Alliance. As both of their supports don't really bring too much team fight in general. They have to be just playing around their cores pretty much exclusively this game.
Okay. And we'll see if Alliance are able to give it a better shot here in game 2. Let's just say.
Yeah, let's say.
As long as S4 doesn't have a sort of rougher beginning and is able to contribute, then I think already we're going to be a step towards having a bit of a closer game than game 1 was.
He is in the tough lane, though. He's going to be playing versus that Ursa. At least it's a Puppy Nature's Prophet, which maybe would be a little bit better because it's, you can actually deal with the harassment from the trains and whatnot as a Tide in comparison to the Puck, where I feel like Puck actually threatens a little bit more versus the Tider, but this is just the approach that Secret wanted to take. As Puppy probably feels like he can probably zone the support as Nature's Prophet while the Ursa zones out the Tide. But Puppy actually might just get gone on from the Gush.
No, he's going to have to TP himself. Actually, he doesn't go back to base, just stick in the lane, at least stays behind the tower. Good aggression from Alliance to really weaken him up here at the start of the lane. And then sort of up top, as the panel was talking about, seeing Zai play the Puck back on the off lane. Roll, we do see it sometimes, but not really too frequently nowadays as compared to more traditional mid position.
Yeah.
Is it like what's sort of the reasoning for this game? Is this a game where Zai will be able to perform with this hero from the off lane?
So the thing that I'm seeing is why they transitioned is not only because the Puck is versus that Lion, so we see, the priority shifted a bit, but I see in this game, he can actually force the lane in. He can force this wave in versus a Coddle and versus a Wraith King, and Puck actually harasses really well. His damage is actually quite high versus a low base armor hero like the Wraith King, and I feel like, those are probably the big reasons, and he can just dodge the spells. Dodge the stun, dodge the Illuminate if it does come. YapzOr is just chasing FNG. So we see YapzOr starting with boots so he can keep up in speed versus the Coddle who does not have boots.
FNG's got to be...
Matu's actually struggling a little bit bottom.
Yeah,
the Gush
he nearly died.
Quite hurting him.
He very nearly died there earlier when they were diving under the tower. So definitely, already sort of a better ability for Alliance to perform with these two heroes down here. Make sure that S4 is not getting zoned out completely. As so far S4 is trading farm very nicely with these two.
And that's huge. That's the most important thing I feel for this game is just making sure S4 gets off the bat with a decent start, not dying, which is, already as a Tidehunter winner like this versus an Ursa, you're feeling pretty damn good. Seeing the mid lane being a bit difficult for Limp just because of the nature of the matchup versus the Death Prophet, just range and constant harassment. You're getting forced, the wave is getting forced on you, better animation and damage on the Death Prophet. It's a tough lane for Limp to do better in than how he is doing already.
No, for sure, yeah. Any time he tries to step up, he's going to take an unfavorable trade of damage. He's close to the bottle though, so then we'll see him being able to play a bit more aggressive with the nukes to secure that CS.
Yeah, he's not at risk of dying by any means. He just can't actually last hit as well as the Death Prophet by any means. We're seeing Nico Baby still getting a solid amount of farm. He's getting harassed a lot. No regen left on this top lane for Alliance.
On bottom.
Both of them are down to their last tango. Bottom.
Ooh.
Ooh, close.
I mean, they're really doing a good job here, S4 and Hanskin, of really keeping Matu on his toes, making him go for a lot of regen down bottom.
Might be able to get Puppy here, but no, he's got the stick charges. He's able to reset, and the train harasses too much. They're really shutting down Matu. He just has literally zero regen. Yeah, he's got the courier coming out with boots, and Puppy's probably going to bring him a salve. But yeah, he's very limited down here. Maybe with boots, they commit for the kill to try to fix up this lane a little bit. Gonna prep the first overpower. As they do know Lion is moving from the lane, so S4 does have to be a bit cautious at the moment. A nice rune check coming out from Hanskin. And he does have the bottle from S4 that he had taken, so it's going to be brought down bottom. And S4 does survive that aggressive move that they tried to take advantage of.
Yeah, as you said, bottle in the south, he's going to be fine. And be able to keep it in that lane and stop Matty from getting this free farm.
The Treant broke his salve and his bottle thing. So.
Oh, that's
does lose a bit of the
little
regen.
Unfortunate, but top lane, try and get the setup on a Yapzor, but not quite catching him in the Illuminate blast. So we're seeing top lane, the farm very even.
FNG.
They finally able to break the piece that we've had here. Yapzor does get FNG. I mean, we've seen the two of them playing around with each other, both. You know, with FNG in particular on very low HP. Yapzor able to punish him this time.
Yapzor just, I think for the last 5 minutes, he just played around the pull. He just prevented the pull from even being available to spawn and just sitting on FNG, just watching if the Illuminates come out. And with that ward too, they're able to see that. The ward does now finally get taken out, but it did its damage already. At least FNG gets the gold for it though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, we'll see.
Exorcism in mid. Nisha pops the glyph also to keep the wave alive. With his catapult coming in, he's able to apply this pressure. Limp's still not quite 6, so he can't actually do anything to this. And Lion is going to start making his way over, but Coddle, the hero that doesn't rotate nearly as well, doesn't have a TP available either to try to help out this push. Now Yapzor is going to make the connection over, maybe tank a hit or two from the tower, keep that catapult alive. Venetia.
Get the stun, but now Limp's hit the 6.
Limp is 6.
He's hit the 6. He's able to get in and burst him.
Very nice.
And now over towards Yapzor as well. Yapzor does have a roll available. But Limp's got a remnant. Yapzor's going to get dragged back into the Illuminate. Not actually able to find the opportunity to roll out. I guess he felt that if he did go for the roll, the remnant would always have the time to be set out and stop him. So couldn't escape. Down bottom, Secret are at least able to make the most of S4 being on his own. And we'll get the pick off. But so some strong hold there from Alliance, coming in and punishing that first exorcism. And I guess he didn't quite expect to be caught by the stun of Hanskin coming from the trees there. He was rather far up, Nisha.
Nisha, again, he's getting set up on it.
I mean, and he's very, very dead. 2 times in a row. Big moves from Alliance around mid. Really shaking up Nisha's early game with those 2 back-to-back deaths.
I don't think he expected Hanskin or the Coddle in either one of those situations. Really good stuff coming out from Limp and the boys. As bottom, S4. He's getting body blocked a lot. Fury swipes. They're adding up.
Oh, and he's going to go down. Matu. Can FNG get this? He's going to have the blast. He is going to be able to find it. FNG cleans up and gets the trade. As Matu also losing his courier there under the tower. So that's going to be that was actually his completed treads out of the game for a minute as well.
Good stuff from Alliance quickly in these first 7 minutes. Just nice rotations from the supports. They're breaking the lanes, and it seems to be catching Secret off guard nicely. As Nico Baby, he has started to just fully free farm top, so they know that they can break the lanes like this.
And he just getting himself that armlet straight up. I mean, having the armlet as soon as he can in this game against these heroes like the offlane puck means that he's just he's very hard to burst down. If he plays it smartly, this Puck's never going to be in a position to really threaten the Wraith King at all with this quick armlet.
Yeah, I've been pretty close to debating between these two items where I'm seeing these safe leaders on Wraith King. They rush either the Helm of Iron Will or the Chainmail. I think I'm liking the Helm of Iron Will a little bit more a lot of these times. Sure, it's a lot more gold you have to wait for, but you're going to get it at some point anyway in the Wraith King, and I love Armlet.
Oh, and hang on, Nisha.
They're
able to get the jump on him. Have they quite got the burst into the Hex? Yet Zai is here to help out. This time around, they won't be able to burst Nisha down, as now Nisha's trying to turn with the help of Yapsor. And chasing over towards Limp. Puppy comes in as well. Limp, has he got any further way to get out of this? He hasn't. As this time around, Secret make sure they bring in the backup and punish Alliance for trying to get aggressive onto Nisha.
Matu bottom, also now getting moved on.
He has got the ult.
He'll be okay. Forced a lot of rotations, though. Even though Limp does die, a lot of moves coming out from Secret to try to bail him out of that situation. So they do get the kill, but we do see the Wraith King get all the space in the world to farm. We see FNG continue to start stacking. Some good stuff from Alliance in these first few moments. Puppy's still level 6 somehow at a very early point on the Nature's Prophet, just being a little greedy for himself. So they do have to factor in the Wrath of Nature in these next few moments when they do go for any of these plays. And yeah, FNG stacking, Lion also stacking, Alliance just looking to maximize as best as they can because they have the Wraith King. So they know Wraith King, he's going to have to sit in the jungle at some time to be able to catch back up and just get that good timing on the Radiance.
And I feel like he's going to be pretty safe. I mean, I'm sort of looking at the lineup of Secret, and it feels hard to sort of find the tools, the collection of heroes that's going to be able to make a move on this Wraith King and secure killing him twice, really, right? Nico Baby's going to have quite a big window of this game where I don't think he's going to be too scared of anything running at him.
The only thing he has to really worry about is just the exorcism, because that's the thing that will kill him on the reincarnate immediately. So I think Nisha's next rotation has to be pretty important for Secret to slow down Alliance right now, because Alliance are in a really good spot. So Nisha, he's going to TP top to start to threaten up there, and this has to be red here. Alliance has to be very careful. I mean, you have a ward that'll spot it, but
are you fighting this, or are you getting you getting Nico Baby out of here and somewhere else on the map?
You can fight this if S4 wants to. That's really up to him if he wants to, and I think they absolutely can with this Wraith King having an armlet already. I think they should take this fight.
I mean, Secret themselves being very tentative at how hard they sort of push for action up there, as already they're starting to break it back up. Nisha's coming back over towards mid. They don't feel that the opportunity was there to go for it, or as you say, they were aware that Alliance would be happy to turn up and try and turn things around. There's only Zai and Puppy sticking up here for now, and Alliance, they're on their way up here.
Yeah, I think Secret's going to play a little bit more defensively because of how this early game went. They probably wanted to do better in the lanes, and they know that Alliance did really well, so S4 is in a good spot to defend and go for all those towers. And then these are where the supports can actually swing and play around those cores, Hanskin with the finger at the ready. Also an Arcane Rune on Limp, so they can get aggro onto Nisha.
He's going to get the jump in. Oh, off the mark, though, with the step and the Remnant. Neither connecting onto Nisha, so Limp's got to get out. That's now Nature's Wrath, that hurts. Yeah, he'll be okay, but not quite able to get the jump that he needed to make the magic happen. They're down bottom. Matsu sees an opportunity. He's onto S4. S4 getting blocked off. He's actually going to pop the Ravage here. It might just save him. Treants are out, and S4, he is going to be able to get away there.
No Ravage to defend their towers when the push does come from Secret, but at least gets himself to survive. As FNG recalls mid, they wanted to try to catch Zai with the Hex, but not quite in range.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 11.5 minutes in 4-4, less than 1k in. And this is certainly the sort of game you hope to see from two teams very much at the top of the league.
Yeah, they're in really good position for Alliance to just get all these farms too, because it is hard for Secret to invade. That they haven't gotten this mid tower, they haven't gotten the top tower either. Last game, they had all 3 towers already taken super early on. This time, Alliance has really capitalized on defending them and doing it without actually having S4 park himself. You know, the fact that they have this coddle to deep push as well is really working out for them at the moment. To just keep the Wraith King chilling, getting his farm, and then they'll actually be able to play the 5v5. So that's always the concern I have with these Wraith King picks is you're playing 4v5 for the majority, but they're getting away with it. Nico Baby's getting all the space.
No, he really is. He really is. He's having no complaints this game. This is a very happy place for Nico Baby to be in right now.
Okay. In Secret, they're going for a very farm heavy items. Bots on Nisha, bots queued up from Zai, and a Battle Fury on Ursa. So all three cores have gone for the greediest choice they can. So that is probably going to put them in a bit of a weird position versus Alliance, who are pretty ready to fight. They're pretty keen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much Alliance do try and punish that. Because I guess, Alliance themselves, we say, Nico Baby's going to be happy sitting back and farming that Radiance up, pretty defensively over his half of the map. Not really looking to get involved unless he really needs to. So I guess down to the other four of Alliance, Limpim and S4 in particular, to see what moves they can make into Secret at this time where, as you say, especially sort of Zai and Nisha might not quite have the ability to save themselves against Alliance's moves as much as they want at this stage.
Their heroes do not benefit as much as from items from others. Just their innate toolkit is as strong as it can be. The Puck, Orb, Silence, Coil, same thing with Exorcism. You can't buff those up, just give yourself a little bit more survivability in particular. So there's that aspect for Secret where if these heroes don't get caught and taken advantage of because of their positioning, these items will work. Their spells are still going to do the damage.
If they can get away with it. I mean, and to be fair, with 13 minutes and only 4-4, there's not a huge amount of action going on.
No.
Is under attack.
But Nico Baby's this is the dream for a Wraith King. You're able to go bottom. You're level 11. You've been given the absolute most freedom in the game. You're able to dictate the pace right now as Alliance, even though you don't really have as overwhelming team fight as Secret does. You just have your Ravage. They're able to actually pose a threat as Puppey.
They're ready to make the jump. Limp, he's coming in, and he's caught him.
Nice.
Easy catch onto Puppey as he tries to soak up some action underneath the tower. It's going to push S4 very close to having that blink done. 1700 towards it on the tide.
Okay, so he's going for the blink. I feel like he knows he can't get tanky enough to deal with Ursa anyway. If he gets coiled and Ursa gets on him, he's dead. So he needs to be the one to start the fight. So that's a pretty cool approach if he's able to get it at a good time.
No, for sure. And it's exactly what they need to try and play into the faces of these heroes that, have gone for sort of these items that will benefit the lack of action if there is some. So that blink's really going to allow Alliance to step it up and to just jump, on sort of this bots DP. Nisha, if he gets committed on with a Ravage into an Impale, he will die very easily to the members of Alliance, even when Nico Baby's not around. They'll have the damage with the other four by far.
Yeah, no, absolutely. See Puppey doing some very deep wards with this Nature's Prophet. It's always the great thing about having this hero as a support. You just free warding, free deep wards that will never get countered. They're very unexpected as he's able to watch S4. He even blocks the camp, I believe, with the Sentry Ward too, so maybe that does get taken away, but
nice bit of a boost here for Alliance as well. We're getting 3 of those bounty runes.
Aetherland's finished up on the Lion now too. They're getting farm on everybody. The stacks that these two supports did get on the map, they've gotten quite a good chunk of gold from them. 2k gold lead now for Alliance. They're benefiting more from this downtime.
Oh, and Anskin.
Zai.
There's the Ether Lens coming into play straight up. Hex in the finger. They burst down. Zai, he's gone. Over to the side. Matu will jump in onto S4, but he pops the Ravage. Gets the 3 of them. There'll be a buyback from Zai. Matu trying to chase down S4, but Hansken slowing Matu down with the mana drain. They'll lose Nico Baby the once. Another great stun from Hansken out to the 2 of the Limp. Jumps back in. Gets the Remnant grab back onto Yapso. Yapso's gone.
Nico Baby.
Nico Baby, he needs help. Is he going to get it? He isn't. The coil holds him in place. Alliance will lose their Wraith King.
And they got the big target. They got the Wraith King. Their Spirit dies. All ults used from Secret. The Ravage connects beautifully on everyone, but that's what we're saying is Secret's overall team fight, their heroes, just their ultimates when they get popped, they're a little bit stronger than what Alliance can pose, even though they catch the puck. And also, of course, Zai buying back helps a little bit to finish off that kill on Nico Baby. But
see down bottom, Nisha. Immediately S4 going with the bots. TP out. There's nothing to stop it.
Nope.
S4 makes it away. And we'll see it again.
They got the tower too.
I mean, there's this straight up move. Zai, of course, just not prepared really for Hansken to have that cast range with the Ether Lens as early as he did. As back in action at the top lane, Hansken is ready to set up for more. They're in. Onto Puppey. He's out to the side with the Glimmer. He's hiding. As Limp. He's looking for it.
He baited them. They thought he was in the Sprout. Now they'll find him.
They'll get him anyway. Or will they? He's got Glimmer back up.
Keep you with the Glimmer.
Yeah, they're scared
actually
now.
Scared.
They think backup's going to be coming on the way, and it is. Nisha's here.
It is.
I mean, Hansken got out, but Limp, he got left behind. As Puppey with that Glimmer and the lack of control and detection, meant that Puppy's going to be more than fine. Limp just having to desperately scramble his way out of this as Yapsor's chasing. Another dissimilar
He's getting recalled.
Oh, and he's away. Oh, he will manage to get out of there just in time. A Secret there bringing in even more. Zai was on the way over with a Dream Coil. So a good job he was taken out there when he did.
And they got Roche during it. They just snuck straight into the Roche pit when Ravage was down, and they make that play. When the play is happening on Puppy top, they make their own play.
We'll say it again as you say that. Said it with the Sprout.
Secret, sorry.
They just couldn't get him.
He baited them.
Yeah, he did. he made them work for it, and they never got him. Time was brought for the rest of Secret to swing it. And starting to get a hold of that. A little bit of a lead that Alliance did have early on. Still around a 3K up, but Roshan will definitely bump it back a bit, and as you can see, XP as close as ever, just back and forth.
Still very close game. As Nico Baby has his Radiance up, so he is still in a really good fighting form. Still gonna have some big problems of like Nisha in particular. His damage is still always gonna be there. I see he's rushing for BKB, and they're gonna have to try to get some situations where they're able to actually focus fire him instead of Zai. Because I feel like Zai's gonna play a lot of this baiting game where he jumps in and baits the line to go for him. And even though he dies, which sucks for Secret, they're protecting Nisha from like the finger and from the burst and from overall that control. So I feel like it's gonna be on Hanskin in particular, and maybe even just the Ravage and all the coordination to just get on this Death Prophet and burst her. Because her damage is it's gonna take control of the fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, there's the Radiance.
I mean, let's see. I mean, with the Aegis on Matu, it definitely makes it a little harder for Alliance to bring the action. They are going to try, though. They do want to still try and utilize the strength that they do have around S4's Ravage, especially when S4 now level 12.
If they catch Zai, like, he has no buyback. He's dead for a very long time if he does go down right away. So that could be still a really nice grab for them in these moments, as it will be a straight up 4v5 then at that point.
I'm trying to see if there's going to be any action around the bounty runes, but Secret aren't coming over for these.
No, Secret's avoiding it.
Yeah, they know everyone's off the map. They're not putting themselves in positions to get jumped.
And they don't want to give Alliance a setup for when Alliance is looking for the fight, then they don't want to just walk into it. If they're looking for the fight on Secret, they do. And they're also very close to some items, so I'm pretty sure that's what they're waiting for. Nisha's BKB is done now after this creep. So that's going to give them a lot more protection versus the Ravage that's going to be coming in. Alliance, they're forcing bottom.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. You know, Secret today, they try and fight this tier 2, or they just sort of let Alliance have this?
Do they have the BKB on? They do have the BKB. I think they can fight this.
Matu's TPing in. He's going to start off the action. Jumps in, starts to come in onto Nico Baby. Zai's botsing over. They'll turn with the stun onto Matu to hold him back, Alliance. They're already starting to reset. You got the smoke up on the two of them. Secret are trying to chase in on this Zai. He's going to be fine. S4 is going to jump in. He's able to get the Ravage actually on the 4 of them. It's a beautiful setup. The follow stuns there onto Zai. They got the damage to take him down. They do. They take down Zai. The Hex controlling Matu. Matu's trying to commit to get the kill on Hanskin, and he'll find it. They'll get the line now. Matu turning over towards S4. They'll pick up another Secret. As Alliance, they're trying to desperately scramble themselves away from this. The Secret are chasing. Puppy comes in with a TP. He's turning over towards Nico Baby. Yapsor's able to roll and kick him back. They'll take him down the one.
They still have Exorcism going.
Is there anything Alliance could do to save him? It doesn't look like it, as he's trapped in the Sprout. Matu able to get the swipes built up. Nico Baby, can he toggle his way out of this one? He cannot, as the Ghost will finish him off. Secret coming. The tier 2 tower does go down, but at quite a cost here for Alliance.
I think it's too much attention on the puck. It's a 5-man Ravage. S4 actually catches all 5 of them. And I think they just used way too much on Zai. Like, the coil and everything's a problem, but Nisha's able to get his BKB off, and then the Exorcism just overwhelms the fight with the Ursa leading the charge.
I mean, we're
going to see it again here. Watch Zai. Watch how much focus they actually end up putting on him.
I mean, you're right there as well. Nisha also caught off screen there towards the top.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't. Yeah, they couldn't.
Oh,
I guess
hang
they
on.
just didn't see him at the time, but he was under ward vision.
Back in the action, Matu. His Aegis about to expire. The Aegis has just expired. It has just expired, and he has just died. So Alliance able to perfectly make something happen with that opportunity.
Guess Secret got baited going for Hanskin. Alliance able to punch back on this one there. Very nice.
And that's okay. I mean, Limp's very close to his next item now. Aghanim's nearly out on the Void Spirit. Nico Baby's
And
got
they
his
have Blink on
dagger.
Wraith King.
Yeah,
the Blink Wraith King is huge because then it lets you coordinate with your Ravage perfectly and you guys can pick and choose which target you go for. Then he can follow up and get on top of Nisha, which they really do have to put focus on him. This Death Prophet, I think, is going to be really big problems. I think Zai, he's going to be annoying, but that's it. I feel like you have to probably use Finger every single one of these times on Nisha. You can't just be wasting it on the puck in these situations.
Absolutely.
Zai is just, it's Zai. You know, this is what he plays for. He's there to bait your spells. He's there to be that nuisance for his two core players to really take over.
For sure. Yeah, he's gonna be that burst. He's gonna hold you in position, but he's not gonna be the one kicking out persistent damage for the entire duration of his life, such as a DP will with the Ghost, and of course Matu will with those big old claws of his.
Yeah, I'm seeing like Zai's also getting the Aeon Disc, so he's expecting to be that main focus. This Aeon Disc might catch them off guard if they try to full initiate on him. Then it can just get even worse. They can just get turned on fully and Zai survives. So Hanskin definitely gonna have to recognize that one. He's also trying to build toward that blink. If they can get all these blinks together, they can always go for these big initiations and pop the targets. And also an Ags on FNG.
They've got it.
They are very farmed.
It's a quick one.
That Will-O-Wisp could actually be really nice with the Ravage combos.
There's a DD. Nisha will just take this.
I actually can't believe how fast FNG was able to get that. Yes, he is 2-1-3. He's been pretty free this game, and I love this Will-O-Wisp with the way it works now, where you can chakra it. You can just keep reducing the cooldown on it for the fight frequency.
Some smoke on smoke action here. Let's see who gets the jump. BKB done on Matu.
Secret.
Yeah, these calls are going to be hard to take unless they can get that opening stun on them, Alliance.
They do have great vision right now on the high ground. If they can see an opportunity where they do show. Let's see, S4. He's also under vision himself.
Oh, he's a little split from the team. But he is a tough one to go on.
But not for Matu.
They're going to try anyway. They're in onto him. He's silenced. He's heading over back to the walls, the safety of the rest of his team, but he's trapped in the Sprout. And S4, he's going to go down. They've got no fight to fight now. They've got to get out of there. The Dream Coil will miss. Nico Baby turns over towards Nisha. They're going to try and jump in and burst for Nisha. They're able to do so. They take down the Death Prophet 100-0, but Matu, he's in onto Hanskin. Hanskin goes down. A buyback comes out from Nisha as Matu's coming in with the BKB. He's trying to chase down S4. S4 brought back for this. He's been silenced. Can he get out to the side? He's able to get the Ravage off as they look to turn onto Matu. Matu still has the Enrage going, but the Will-O-Wisp drags him back in. Matu's down, and now Alliance, they've got the catch onto Zai. The Impale from Hanskin locks down Zai. They're turning it around. Nisha, he bought back for this one, but Alliance, they're ready to surround him and bring him out of the game. Hex out from Hanskin, the Siphons, they're buying him some time, but it isn't enough. As the crit comes in, Alliance will take the team fight.
Beautiful wards coming into play. They see absolutely everything that Secret's trying to do. Sure, they lose S4 at the start, but they see the high ground. They see Nisha isolated for a second. FNG has ult, recalls S4. Ravage isn't what gets Nisha killed, but either way, Alliance ready for that fight, even though they lose their tide. Quick decisions to take the fight. Nisha dying back. This time they really put the focus on Nisha.
Yeah, so he's going for this pump. He's going to come in and help out, but the Will-O-Wisp is back up. It's back up. It's ready for another round. They might lose FNG, but they're going to be able to get 2 kills for this in return. As Puppy and Yapso both losing their lives there for that effort onto FNG, and it's exactly as you say, well, with the Chakra, that Will-O-Wisp, it's as soon as it's gone, it's back up, it's available, it's ready again.
Yeah, the frequency that it does come up from Chakra is absolutely insane, and Secret, they get halted pretty hard now. Nisha's itemization now going to be very much so stagnated after that last fight.
Matu.
SS4.
And he's got a Ghost Scepter.
Let's be a little careful. I like that pickup from S4, actually. The Ghost Scepter is really nice. Protect him versus that Ursa who's just chasing him and following him in all the fights. Now he can actually buy time to be able to get the Ravage off once those BKBs go down. Alliance doing a great job here in this game. Making it Wraith King, making Nico Baby be the king.
He is.
He's almost got the AC, almost level 20 as well. He's starting to be a real beast.
And as we're seeing, they've just got a great pattern of how to execute the fight. So if they get the jump and get Nico Baby on top of one of these targets, you know, ideally, I guess Nisha, because he's sort of the easiest to get taken down. You know, the chances are if you don't 100-0 Matu will be able to put the enrage, then he's going to be a big issue.
Alliance is ready for this fight. Ravage is up in 5 seconds.
Secret's got to be very careful around it. Limp's going to check things out in the pit, see what the status is. Zai.
Initiating.
Coil. Matu's coming over. He's coming in with the BKB. He's looking towards FNG, but FNG's giving a bit of the ring around the Rosie. He's running around. FNG's up to the high ground. They're chasing him from there. They will find him. But at the same time, Limp's been given the time to take that puppy. S4's in with the Ravage. He gets the 3 of them. They jump in onto Matu. Matu silenced. He can't get the enrage off in time. As Matu goes down, it's a triple kill for Limp. They're cleaning up. Nisha's got the ghost out, but it doesn't matter. Remnant into the finger. Alliance. They've done it again. Another clean fight from them as they take 4 down. Puppy will buy back, but there's nothing he can do to turn this around. As Alliance, they're into the pit. And this Roche, it should be theirs unless Yapso can come in with a steal.
He's trying to. He's getting vision with that Remnant right now. The Stone Remnant with the Ag Shard does get vision, but they're on him.
Hansken hunts him down. That ward still paying dividends here on the high ground.
Beautiful play there. S4 with the reset, getting the Ravage on everybody as soon as the BKBs end. Limp with the follow-up silences onto the Ursa. The Rage comes out as he's dying. Great coordination coming out from Alliance and Limp. 12-1-7, 19 of the 20 kills. Seizing the opportunities and just seizing perfectly when he sees those chances to jump and pop those heroes.
They're popping off this game, Alliance. They're hitting back very, very mightily here after that first game one, which was an incredibly tough one for the team.
How many stacks did they actually have this game? Because these supports, I feel like, are doing so much work on the side of Alliance from all this gold that they have. They're able to just control the fights really nicely. Like Hanskin's just playing around the backline. FNG's just speeding in the midst of it all, just avoiding all these spells too. It's been really good stuff from Alliance from these two supports.
I think pretty much double the stacks.
Yep.
As Secret was able to achieve them for themselves this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now Secret heavily on the back foot. They're having to rely on Puppy's Treants to push out the waves. Nisha forcing out bottom with his bots. Nisha still a ways away from a Shiva's guard to protect himself too, and he's, you know, those last 2 deaths really hurt him. That dieback death in particular. This Alliance will get themselves the 2 for 2 bounty runes.
And this is definitely when these sort of games get interesting. You know, we've seen Secret roll over games, but it's always fun to see them put under pressure to see what they're able to pull out now. As you know, down 10k. Alliance with the lead already.
Up on a lot right now.
The catch there from the trees. They're opening with a Hex on to Nisha. Nisha's got to put the BKB and TP out of here. Zai's going to be left behind. Eon Disc will buy him some safety, popping the coil to stop them from chasing, but Limp's still in. Closing the gap. Yules into the Remnant. They'll find themselves the catch on Zai. Yeah, Hansuke getting a decent amount of stacks up this game on his finger. Already 5 stacks up here.
He's almost level 18 as well. Yeah, he's done a lot of work this game. He's actually just targeting Zai, making him quite miserable. Limp looking to pressure Matu even here with these arcane runes.
He can see what he can poke out of Matu here. As S4's over, there's a Ravage available. Matu's got to really think about what he needs to commit with a BKB or an Enrage. And Enrage, at least, is going to be popped as it'll allow him to jump up to the high ground. And Limp's getting in aggressive here under the tier 3s. They're moving on to Puppy. Nico, baby. He's into the base.
Yapsor.
He just jumps straight in and lands himself on top of Yapsor. Limp, he's poking up right towards the fountain. They're dragging in Puppy. They're diving in. They're killing Secret within their own base.
Limp is feeling himself. He's feeling the power. Secondary or third arcane rune that he had, able to chase forward beautifully. Love his itemization this game too. The Yules, the Ags, the Shivas to counteract all this healing that's coming out. And Alliance, they might have just claimed themselves a Rax, if not just the game here.
That's just going to be a lot. Puppy down for 50, Absol still down for 15. They're really doing it here, Alliance. This game too showing. Proving that they're not just going to be tossed aside by Secret.
And quickly, too, with the way that they took the fight and just so convincingly with that top, how fast it all just collapses onto Secret. 15,000 gold lead. 2 racks is down now. Pretty irrecoverable for the side of Secret.
Yeah, they've got to pull out some insane moves to swing this game around. The Bashadon and Matu, they're going to try and get out, but again, with the time that's passed, Alliance, they still have all ults ready to go. It's not as if there's a window here that Secret's being able to punish. It's just that Secret, they've got to try something. As the opportunity to actually do anything whilst the ults have been used, at this stage, it's just going to be very unlikely that ever happens. Alliance, with the lead that they have, they're only going to be popping these ults if they're securing kills, and that's going to render Secret unable to make any sort of move out into the map.
They only have 1 more racks left, too. Alliance can just commit onto this rack. So Secret has to get the hell back here and defend it. This is not an easy defense by any means here either. They do have the split push going. We're watching these Treants start to slow stuff down, but there's a Radiant solution pushing and cutting the wave anyway, so we don't care about these Treants.
Yeah, there's going to be no creep wave to back them up.
No. Alliance continuing to hold this high ground, continuing to grow this lead. Secret trapped in the base.
I mean, yeah.
A rare sight to see.
Nico Baby's getting very close to the abyss. In fact, does he has it. He has it
Yes,
completely.
he does.
Yeah, 33 minutes in, Nico Baby.
Oh boy, that is some nice fortunate items too, as I did just see he had the Orb Corruption, the Orb Destruction since the 27-minute mark.
I mean,
too,
it
fortune
really
favors.
Whoever they jump, Nico Baby's now going to have pretty much the damage single-handedly to take them down for a stun or 2. It doesn't even matter if it's Matu. If they're able to get the jump on him before he BKBs, pops the ult, they will be able to do serious damage to this bear before he gets a chance to fight back.
Yeah, and he's got control. He's just got control in general for the BKB. So Nisha, a hero that really relies on mobility, can just get crippled and destroyed even through it.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, Secret again, just smoking up from the high ground, waiting to see if Alliance sort of split up, leave someone behind, but the Alliance just aren't doing that.
Yeah, look at the way they're parking Nico Baby right at the front here. FNG and Hanskin are just sitting right behind. Maybe if Hanskin steps up a little bit too far north, they're going to get gone on. Nice dodge.
Hanskin, he's out to the side. Will-O-Wisp down. It's going to stop them from being able to chase any further. Limp and
Matu.
They're already looking for the targets. Matu tries to go in on a Nico Baby, but Matu's so low, he's got to run. He's going to be able to get the bash off him. That will allow him to blink back to safety. Nisha is committed with the BKB onto Limp, but Limp's out. As now Nisha is having a run. Nico Baby's in on top of him. The BKB of Nisha comes to an end, but he has the movement speed. Will manage to break away, get back up to the base. As nobody will fall.
Nobody dies. Somehow nobody falls. Hanskin with the vision, he sees them rolling in. I think he saw the Earth Spirit just for like a fraction of a second when he was put down the boulder. So he's able to blink dodge. They reset on the 2 supports. They survive. Secret unable to take advantage of the 1 second that they did see the support side of position. Alliance very, very prepared for those type of wraparounds, it does seem.
Yeah, very, very impressive stuff this game too from Alliance.
Yep, they'll send Hanskin back to base. He refills up. He's going to get recalled back into the fight, and he'll be available for this next and final push from Alliance. Secret, without their BKBs, can they hold?
And Matu, he's trying to have a bit of a go. On to Nico Baby here. Only gets him down to half HP. Now the Will-O-Wisp is out. Matu is in trouble. He's fingered. He's out of the game. He's out of the game for 80 with the Abyssal. They're jumping over towards Nisha. Limp is diving in deep. Bestball's got the follow-up Ravage to keep Nisha stunned in position. As that's both cores down, it's game over. GG is called. Alliance hit back with a solid punch here in game 2 to bring the series 1-1. I mean, they really stepped it up in this second game. I mean, how come we did see such a difference between this and the last game? What does this really say to you? Is it just that last game, the draft was that unplayable for Alliance, and when the playing field's a little more level, we do get to see Alliance at their sort of full potential?
Yes, and also I think that they just seemed a lot more alive in this game. Like, the players were just moving all over the place. They used Coddle and Lion to gank all over the place. They were very mobile with these 2 heroes, which aren't your usual 2 gankers, you know, right? Like, the Coddle is very lanes. He just sticks in his lane, but they did a great job of ganking and also stacking. They enabled all 3 of their cores incredibly nice. While Secret this time not able to do so. The Ursa lane versus the Tidehunter not going as well as I think they'd imagined it to. Things just kind of fell out of control in a couple quick team fights.
Yeah, and it really did. And as you said, you're pointing upon in the game, 12-1 and 12 on Limp, a fantastic time. But as you say, definitely credit to the supports there, Hansken and FNG for setting up the game, that mid area, as much as they did with those early rotations. Really shaking Secret off their game here. And of course, now we're going to get to see the all-exciting Game 3. So a lot of Dota still to come here, as the series now stands 1-1, with Alliance taking this second game against Secret.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light today, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light today, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. close out. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the tunnel close, it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness had tried to swallow me. Stones in these are full, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. Gravity.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me.
climb the greatest heights. Jump down and have a fight. And that's all we'll ever like. But that can never change my mind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this, never like, never like, never like, never like, never like, never like. When it hurts like this, never like, never like, never like, never like, when it hurts like this. We hold each other high, but we fall 1,000 times. But I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. Yeah. When it hurts like this, never like, never like.
European DPC League, and we're in the draft. We're obviously joined on the big screen by Purge, Kyle, and Tigov with me here as well. And in the draft is we are hoping for this game, Purge, that the lanes are gonna be set up more evenly. Would you agree?
I mean, I thought the lanes last game were kind of even. Obviously, like the Tide is a little bit worried about Ursa, but Alliance stabilized it pretty well. No, I would love a repeat of the last game. I thought it was very cool. Even then, cool fights in the mid game. That's what I'm all about.
All right. I do like cool fights in the mid game. Need more enigmas.
Am I the only one? Okay.
No. I like the circle strats. All the circles.
It's my favorite shape.
The circle. Great.
How would you find the circumference of a circle?
Don't know.
Can't take you seriously with the glasses.
I do want to point out that compared to previous game, we have got the only hero not banned yet is Lycan, and so Alliance is thinking about what they will pick. Also, big change. This game, it will actually be Alliance who has second pick and last pick.
That's a key thing here. I think going into this third game, again, I don't know who actually selected this, but it feels like maybe something a Secret would do, simply because of the factor of the Keeper of the Light. They don't want to use a ban on it.
And that's exactly what Alliance... Look at that!
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
They're currently discussing,
Look at that.
do we want to take it or ban, or let them have it or ban it? Exactly.
There is not... Like, people normally don't take this long to think about their first phase bans. And they ban out Pango, so both are still in the pool, both Lycan and Keeper of the Light in this case.
Okay, so right now what's available? Puck.
Yep.
Keeper of the Light.
Yep. Clockwork.
Lycan.
Ooh, good point.
True. But they go for the Keeper of the Light, of course. Yep, sure. So now what does Alliance do against Keeper of the Light?
I mean, Batrider is still solid. I don't think they'll open with it. I hope they don't, because it's something that's somewhat solved. They could just take the Lycan instead.
Surprise.
Wow.
This is something that High Coast Esports used to do a lot, especially back in the qualifiers. It'd be like SD, Mars, big presence in the side lane, big overwhelming fight, and the save. It's really hard to deal with the disruption and the arena. And yeah, I wouldn't mind if Alliance went down this route potentially.
I just hope they have something prepped, because my only concern with Shadow Demon is there's a lot less power represented in comparison to like a Coddle.
This was also quite a nice pick to cover from the potential bristleback that Secret could have maybe done on the 7.
It's true.
Because
break.
Yep, exactly. But no, and then Secret instead just go for the Void Sprint instead.
Yeah, both heroes were in the hands of Alliance previous game.
Yep.
And they are also heroes that are just meta good, right? It's a very safe opening on the side of TeamSecret, and Alliance is going a little bit more exotic with their Shadow Demon.
Very exotic.
I like the exotic opening though, because it's gonna change up the strat here
Yep.
for game 3. Kind of put your opponents on the back foot. It's like you can't it's not like you're solving the draft solution within 3 games. It's like, all right, here's something completely new. Let's see if you can beat it. And they have experience playing this. I've watched Hanskin play it as a 4 position. They do end up going for the Batrider, but the saves are amazing. And they're not picked super heavily right now. It's generally people focus more on disable and gank type stuff. And because Shadow Demon can stack extra well compared to most supports with Shadow Poison, and because you can transition potentially to get those break solutions that are constantly banned in the second phase on heroes like Viper, I think it's a pretty flexible support right now, even in the first phase.
Also, a really interesting thing about Alliance with this SD opening, they've always paired it with a Timbersaw or Bristleback in the offlane. And then 4 of the 5 games, it's been with a Wraith King carry. So it's very much the idea that they have this big presence in the offlane, and it'll be interesting to see if Secret, with heroes that don't really deal with that, are they going to tailor their bans towards how Alliance have kind of utilized the Shadow Demon in the past.
This is also, I think it was an EG combination quite a bit back in the day, utilized by ROTK teams as well. But you combine the Soul Catcher with the Bat Lasso and the Disruptor setup. If you use Ultimate as well, it is a ton of burst damage and control, and just a really nice dual set, because that initial target can just get blown up.
Yeah, right now for Secret, there's pretty much 3 bans that you need to use here. Mirana, Timbersaw, and Bristleback. They've already banned out the Lion, and Alliance will get one of these heroes.
Do you really think Mirana is a must ban?
I think the tankier boys for sure are, but I think the simplicity of the SD plus stat roam has been very prominent before.
I would disagree just because both Abaddon and LC are available, Tidehunter as well. I think it's less difficult. When you consider there's already a Bat, I think having another easily cleansable stun that's also single target just kind of lowers the value. And then all of a sudden an Abaddon core just breaks you.
Okay, I think in that case, I think Secret, if they offer them up, we have to look towards Alliance, having these easy long-range stuns to pair with the SD, and it'll be the Mirana or the Jakiro, then with the tankier offlaner being present. Secret ban out the Mars, still offering up the Timbersaw and the Bristleback potentially from Alliance. Ooh,
I kind of agree with Kyle on the. I agree with Kyle on the Mirana. I think it's a little bit like, obviously it's very good with Lasso and they have some flexibility there, but it just like the like if that's your double support and you go for like these like disruption air kills, I just don't feel its impact as highly as playing more normal heroes.
Yep. I think you beat Secret playing a more standard setup. You had a solid mid game. You had the team fight to match scaling. It was a very balanced lineup, and I want them to capitalize on that again. I'm a little concerned because Secret has the Coddle, so I'm hoping they have something in response. Maybe a Riki coming out 4th pick. We'll see. Alliance will have overall last pick. So
Alliance right now, they're banning out these elusive heroes, but of course when you show Bat +1, you really don't.
They learned their lesson.
Yes.
No more Slark.
You need the Bat to be able to enter the fight and have kind of an easy way to target the core. You don't want to have to go, okay, we need to catch him if he doesn't phase shift or use dart. But it's just so much easier for this Bat to play, especially with it being mid most likely.
Yeah, and to reiterate the stakes, I mean, Alliance win this game, they go to 4-1. They're almost guaranteed in the major. Whereas if they lose, they suddenly go into the throng. Like, am I even going to the major now? Becomes the question.
It gets very messy for Alliance.
Oh, yeah. Who do they play still? Isn't it? It's OG
Alliance, Liquid and Viking.
Liquid and Viking.
Yeah.
So really kind of such volatile series. It really depends if Liquid and Viking, if they turn up in the day. They can either be great or,
EU's so stacked.
It really is. It is
and
mad.
there's Jakiro.
Look at the synchronization on the wing flapping.
They're actually not.
Oh, no, they are very...
No, they're slowly. They'll get back to it. It's like orbits. You have to give it time to come back. See?
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, we missed it. Okay.
Bat is just a little bit faster.
So someone in chat could work out the rate in which Jakiro and Bat have the same...
There it is again.
There you go.
Great analysis. Purge, help me out here. What do you think about these first 6 heroes on the board?
Well, what it actually reminds me of is when you're at a red light and people's blinkers eventually shift up to be on the same phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, Purge.
We're in the main.
Maybe more of an American example.
That's the long-range stun that I was talking about. You know, they found their way. It's not the Mirana, but, it's going to be position 4 Shadow Demon, the position 5 Jakiro.
That's a typical counter to the Coddle that we've seen throughout. Also a nice landing matchup against the Void Spirit, but still open. That could be mid, could be safe, and that's what you want to have, flexibility as the overall aspect. What is so funny?
Nothing.
Pay attention to the draft.
I just looked at myself.
Yeah.
That's how we react every single day.
A lot.
See, you laugh. I
Thanks
just
for saying it.
cry. Never mind. It's just... never mind. I'm not going to get into
it's
it.
all good. No, we're good.
Okay.
How many like fireflying your own Monkey King out of a tree do you think we'll see this game?
Oi.
Got to be like at least one, right?
Or Macropire.
Yeah, I want to see the
Yeah.
macro pyre.
Oh, no.
Then he jumps onto a tree, then the firefly comes in as well. So it's like the double stun.
And Keeper of the Light, if he gets an axe as well, the Will-O-Wisp breaks all the trees, right?
Oh, that's a good point. That's also such a weird. I don't know how to think about Will-O-Wisp anymore because it's not nearly as powerful, but because it's not your ultimate, it feels like it's just up it's like in 2 fights or twice in a fight.
Also,
It's not value enough to kill it.
Rubik can also steal Macropire and Firefly.
Oh, and then it becomes Wildfire.
And then there's
dealing
no
more damage.
trees whatsoever.
No. Nothing left of the red keep either.
No, there is quite a lot of bonus time being used here for this 4th pick for Alliance. What are they discussing? What do they need to have? What do they want to say?
Secret?
Yeah, Secret is looking for a big pick right now.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe they could. It's so hard.
It's the melon.
Okay. So some break, you can like get out of Kraken Shell, out of the lasso, or some of the other damage stuff.
So someone who can actually walk up into the high ground, I think.
And
gone.
with Coddle, like we saw in the previous game, you have an Ursa against Tide. Terrible matchup. But because of the Coddle and the pressure you can output with Gush spam and waves, it's not nearly as bad because you can play aggressive on the Monkey King.
Yeah, so in the previous game, it was the Tide Lion lane, very strong. But my fear is simply, I don't think Rubik Tide has the same depth and strength that we saw from that game. And maybe, like you said, the Coddle could be a pretty good replacement for that. It depends if they want to put the Coddle plus Tide in the same lane, especially with Rubik being not so dominant in the laning phase. It might hinder Matumbaman's ability to play. But they could also like do some aggro try to start with Tide sacrificing himself early on. You punish the Monkey King with a big aggressive core pick. We've seen Secret run like Luna before. I'm not saying it's good, but the idea, the essence of the pressure and then this solo Tide.
5 seconds remaining.
Secret are now seeing the fact that these big offlaners are often paired with this SD. So this is the Bristleback ban. Potentially the Timbersaw ban would come into play simply because of the Tide Hunter.
It's just I think you've got to get rid of it. It's just that S4 hero that gives Alliance's draft that frontliner it needs
You have two
right
big
now.
space
But
makers.
also more trees. They're gonna get destroyed.
Have we switched roles today?
It's the glasses, I think.
She put something
The glasses.
the personality. It's like Clark Kent and Superman, except in this case, it's
Glasses.
Yes, can finish that sentence.
no.
Why don't you use a Wonder Woman example? That would have been way more appropriate.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah, and
appropriate.
without
Come
the
on,
glasses,
Kyle.
you're Wonder Woman. With the glasses, you're Wonder Woman 84.
I don't know her last name. Just Diana something.
5
That's all I got.
seconds remaining.
What?
Wonder Woman's like alter ego or whatever. It's like Diana something.
I don't know.
Diana.
It's Diane Keaton.
Nobody cares.
No, yeah, sorry.
I care
man.
only about the draft. We have the
Ooh.
Ursa as the last ban, actually. So Timber remains to be in the pool. There's maybe a chance they want to pick it up themselves. Doesn't really fit, but who knows? What do they want? Because they were looking for a Matu hero, I believe, on the side of Team Secret, and they get to pick first out of this ban phase.
Maybe.
I mean, they could have some Batrider solutions like Jug or Lifestealer maybe, but they don't match very well
Yeah, they
against.
could, yeah. I love this low enduro ban from Alliance. I think, especially when they haven't banned out the Timbersaw on Secret, it opens up for a good low enduro game. You can't really go Timber with confidence, and yeah. So now Secret are like, okay, what's our plan B, guys? What is our hero that we can potentially lane into a last pick Timbersaw?
And they have no time left in their bonus time. Well, at least very little.
You don't often see Secret in this position where they have no reserve time.
They do not.
Backs up against the Wolf. 10 seconds left, Kyle. What is Matumba Man's hero?
It's tough.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Okay.
Not sold.
I don't.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I kind
It's
of like
all
it.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
If there is a Timbersaw pick, for example, you can still play with the dagger spam. You can jump away, and there's kind of smaller plays to make. But in the big picture of the game, you always will blow up S
Yeah.
Jakira, and you can get
Exactly. It's tough to pick a hero. You don't want to be susceptible to just be getting illusions made of you. You have the high reach necessary to kill these squishy int heroes. And against Monkey King 101, you're not bad. He doesn't want to buy MKB.
You think he would? It's his weapon, but yeah. I definitely agree. It's very good against the supports.
Maybe he doesn't. Buy it, he thinks he already has it.
That's good. Yeah, that could be it.
Thank you.
Kevin's so tired.
Yeah, I know, right?
Is Timber still a good option here, or are we looking for something else? We obviously know that S4 also plays a mean bat, although he hasn't played it for a little while.
They, need
They
more
could still
disabled than
switch it
that.
around.
Can we?
Because right now it's just like lasso,
Yeah.
ice path, disruption. It's like not enough reliable disable, I think, to deal with the PA.
Okay.
Axe.
We need S for webcam right now.
Oh,
This is
wait,
the,
no,
this
you
is the
can't
pick,
X.
right? We'll see by his face alone if the Timber's going to be picked.
He's on camera right now. There
But
he
like,
is.
okay, yeah, I need to pick. Oh,
But
no.
we need a close up.
Yeah, okay,
There he is.
Back.
Is he smiling? Maybe not. Oh, he's sitting up. Okay, yeah, not
More.
the Timber.
What?
Because he
There it
wasn't
is.
smiling, it wasn't the Timber. I think that was a lie.
Off-lane morphling.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What?
No, no, no.
What?
Kid.
No, it's the off. What do you mean?
Okay, mid monkey.
Batter monkey.
Yeah, it's battle monkey offlane.
Wait,
How
monkey
you-
offlane. Monkey offlane. It's S4 monkey. He's been playing it in
Yeah,
pubs,
that's fine. Yeah.
and it's a great matchup against the PA.
Cool.
It could also
And
be S4 bat.
Yes, Purge. You had a ooh.
And he's been I did a weatherman on this. He just like keeps mischiefing the illuminate. So it's like
Yep.
the matchup is really not bad at all here.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
and yeah, Limp is playing bad. Like you have Limp, you have a favorable matchup.
And now
Our
you
boy's
have,
about to pop off.
yeah, and now you have this situation where the Tide doesn't have a good lane. He doesn't feel comfortable pressuring this Morphling. So I think Alliance really greatly
It's a great
utilized
pick.
this Monkey King. And yeah, I like the position Alliance are in.
With the SD as well, like you have so much damage if you disrupt into a shotgun setup or disrupt the morph for pushing power.
I don't often say this, but I prefer Alliance's draft compared to Secret. Mainly
Ooh.
that being, I don't often Secret has really good drafts, but this time Alliance has got a really good draft, not Flaming Alliance. I'm kind of.
It's
All right.
He's flaming Alliance. Don't backpedal.
Purge, what do you have?
I think I like what Alliance did there. They've got
Yeah.
the solutions to their lanes. Maybe Secret will do some like lane rotation that'll make it better for them. But on paper, I like what Alliance has.
Will it be a close game, Kyle?
Yes, I think this will be a even game. I like that both teams are in a position that they can certainly win the game. Watch out for the Ravages.
Yep.
The focus on controlling the Tide, how you initiate team fights in Secret is going to be what determines this game. But I would certainly favor Alliance, and I do think our boy Limp is going to pop off.
Yeah. I just want to see. I just like Nico Baby Morphling and the fact he gets it in a last pick situation.
Winning scenario.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a winning scenario. So yeah, I like what Alliance has done. I'm excited to see them potentially beat Secret.
I am
haven't lost a game for
excited
3 weeks.
for this game as well. And indeed, we reached past midnight, so happy Valentine's Day here. Indeed, it is time. Game 3, final game of the night. Team Secret Alliance, our first Valentine's present from us to you. Enjoy OD Pixel and Fogged.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shiva. Should be a great game as well here. Game 3, the deciding match between Team Secret and Alliance. Fog, but we've heard from the panel and Purge that they seem to be big fans of what Alliance has come out with in this Game 3. I mean, do you agree? Is this the time we're sort of just seeing draft-wise Alliance having the edge?
Looks pretty nice with the last pick Nico Baby Morphling versus some pretty limited disables, right? They've got a Lift and an Aether Remnant as their non-ulti disables. So that looks pretty good to be a Morph player in these situations, and some limited burst damage that's really coming out. Where's the actual burst that's coming out? Fade Bolt and Illuminate, and I guess your Void Spirit spells are your best burst, but these are all you're seeable as a Morphling. So Nico Baby, he can get prepared for this, and you're probably going to see that early Manta to be able to deal with if the Void Spirit goes for this Silence or the Aghanims rush. It looks like a pretty good game for Morph.
And do you like sort of the way that they've shifted to lane things to be able to fit in that morph, having S4 on the offlane Monkey King as you'll see first blood maybe go down here. Oh, S4 is able to help out a little bit there with the Boundless. Not able to help enough though, as they're able to still get in on top of FNG. They make sure the Nisha gets the first blood.
He gets the sentry down before he dies though, and it's right in range of that ward that Secret did play, so at least he will give Limp a good amount of gold as he does die. Pretty nice.
And we'll see S4 TP down to the bottom. You're laning up.
You were asking me a question, apologies.
Yeah, so
Kinda blanked out.
S4 on the Monkey King. You think it's going to be a good time for him to pull that out of this game in the matchup that he has?
Yep, it's been rising across Europe so much lately, especially we saw OG doing it at the start of this season quite a lot, and then they kind of tapered away from it, but it's been seen a lot, and it's really good versus the Illuminate in particular, as Kevin did say at the end there, the Mischief dodges can be pretty clever versus those big telegraphed blasts. And happy Valentine's, by the way, Owen.
Oh, thank you, Fogged.
Wish we were spending it together. Unfortunately, I'm all the way over here. But...
No. There's no boundaries to our love. Don't worry. And happy Valentine's Day. Tuning in is
except for some of them.
Wait, what? Well, here we go. Bottom lane, how we're seeing on the CS. 5-0. 4-6. It's close. It's even. We've got
close.
sticks out on the two of them as S4 got himself a stick out.
He does?
He has. He's prepared. He's ready for those daggers.
Yep, not a lot of regen down here on the secret side. We see Puppy's already bringing some more, actually bringing a salve out, but Matu has already expended all of his. It's just going to be a Band of Elven skin rush. That's a little bit different than I've seen from most of the PAs.
Oh. Yeah, it is. It's not sort of your standard build-up. I mean, it's a build-up. They'll get you into that treads eventually, but...
Definitely interesting. Not a Wraith Band or anything like that. He doesn't want Wraith Bands. Doesn't like Wraith Bands. He just wants straight treads.
Okay. All right. Well, mid lane Nisha is getting nice and sticky here. Nine stacks up on him. 10 stacks up on him. Oh.
But look at those last hits, though. He got his boots rushed out very early on versus this Batrider matchup, and 10-6 to the 7-1.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he's really giving it his all in this mid lane matchup. Very strong start here. On top lane, I mean, Nico, baby. This is pretty much a lane where the more farms unpressured.
Absolutely. Jakiro is one of the best, if not the best, pressuring support at level 1-2. Witch Doctor, the other one. Jakiro, very good in this game for the laning phase. There is a Rubik, though, for later on that we will have to watch out for FNG covering his ice paths, because YapzOr, if he's able to get those later on, the cast range now that you get is insane with Ice Path. Covers majority of the team fight. Seeing bottom, the nice plays by Hanskin here, actually, using the disruption to block the hard camp while he body blocks the small camp himself. Nice clever stuff coming out from the Shadow Demon. As it will be giving S4 a very good time down bottom. 16-4, we are seeing Matu keeping up with the farm, but S4 not getting slowed down whatsoever.
No, the only one really losing out a little bit of the laning stage, it is Limp at the moment on that bat. All other cores getting pretty perfect farm. Just that mid lane where there's the offset.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see this matchup of like these really dominant two players who are really comfortable on the matchup, because I've been seeing the good Void Spirits, they win the matchup, but the Batriders who are playing versus the worst Void Spirits, they take advantage of those Void Spirits quite heavily. Yeah, but Nisha very comfortable with this matchup.
We do. We've seen it. I feel like we've seen this matchup probably the most out of
I think the most.
A lot of the mid matchups that we get. You know, Void Spirit Bat seems to be coming back again and again, and in so many different games for both of the regions.
Ooh, Puppy, he does get the kill onto the DD rune bottom. Hanskin can't quite grab it. Both supports will be checking that one out. Important to point out is that Zai is getting a lot of farm, though, up top. Sure, they're not slowing down Nico, baby, but the fact that Tide isn't getting slowed down whatsoever is always a really good sign for the Tide Hunter. Sometimes he does suffer in some of these lanes. That's bottom.
Nah, Matu
just quickly jump out.
Instantly away.
To share the field of battle with such beauty.
Yeah, but I was going to say who's sort of going to be the one getting the best out this game. It is going to be Zai. All right. So because they're going to need it. Someone's got to get it right. Against this Morph Monkey King, it's pretty essential.
It is super value, yeah. Nice build up too for his Tide Hunter. Like it does give you everything you kind of want. You know, a little bit of armor, a little bit of stats, a little bit of regen for your mana. Very nice. As we see bounties being set up, Alliance setting themselves up for at least 3 of them. Which does mean Nisha might have a slight level advantage. Actually, Limp's got a stack for himself to work on. So it's going to be really close between these two. But Nisha might catch 6 just a little bit before Limp. So waiting to see if maybe there's going to be a rotation that Secret does look to punish with onto this Batrider. And it does look like it. YapzOr maybe is making his swing over. Maybe just to grab the bounty, but...
We'll see Nisha already getting aggressive on his own as soon as he has that 6 up. Trying to...
YapzOr swinging over.
Yeah, Limp's... He's got those couple of bold charges, so still... Sitting pretty high in the HP here mid. And Nisha himself a little low on mana to fully commit with a full combo.
I think YapzOr should just stay around here, though. Tidon is already fine on his own. I think if he plays around mid, controls the rune, it'll be really nice for Nisha. Limp will see it, because that ward he does have on the high ground over there. But maybe he can at least deny the rune or something. But nope, Limp's actually just going to go for the kill on YapzOr.
He is. He's got FNG swinging over. And Limp's going to be able to do something about YapzOr hanging around for this. Remnant off the mark as well, so Limp, he's able to get away with that.
Oh, Nisha actually darted over, wasn't able to grab the rune. Now he's going to go back and get it. Don't let the Batrider grab down, and Limp will have to go back. They've actually done a good job of slowing down Matu down bottom, too. He's actually only at 25 last hits. The Monkey King does apply that pressure.
And with this Orb of Corrosion, once he has the phase boost as well on top of that, the amount of pressure he's going to be able to put on is going to lead him to potential kill opportunities. Is nearly getting Poppy. We'll see top lane. FNG does get chased down here. His bottom S4's getting gone on. And is he able to get the lifesteal off in time? Ooh. It's not enough. It's not enough at this moment as Matu and Poppy just commit onto him. And there's no backup around. S4 alone and taken out.
That's a pretty painful death, too. He is really owning that lane, too, so it gives a lot to Matamba Man as well as Poppy. And that's, Hanskin has to be more careful when Hanskin is backing up and doing these stacks. It's always that push and pull play of the off lane that whenever your support leaves, you have to play more cautious. As Hanskin shows face mid, Nisha.
He's trying to dive in for this, but he's low on the mana, Nisha.
Yeah.
And with Limp around, he doesn't want to poke any further. They are starting to swing Zai over there. Oh, they're going to take some of these stacks away.
Just the one on that side at the moment. But Limp will walk over. He'll see it. He'll be sad. And now Nisha making his way over perhaps as well, looking to secure the rune for this Void Spirit. As Nico Baby is getting the most freedom in the world too. You know, this Morph is going to have a very solid game for himself. Just what can he turn it into in this game?
He's got the bots queued up.
Bots queued up. Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, why do you feel that if he does commit for that, why does he want to go that route? Like,
just be able to match the movements and I guess be able to show up to the fights when PA won't show up because PA needs to farm Battle Fury and he needs to like match versus the recall and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot more bots on the carry, so maybe it's just an item that carry players like to play with lately. So
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe especially in this sort of day and age of keep with the light dragon heroes up and around the map.
Yeah,
you sort of having to be ready to be very, very flexible with where you're going yourself to make sure you're not caught out by the quick movements of the opponent across the map. Spot him and try for S4. They've got the backup of Nisha here as they'll commit onto him. They're doing a good job of slowing down S4 after he had a good setup in the lane. 2 kills now that Matu's been able to pick up against this Monkey King.
He's got to play more careful. You can't be giving these kills up when you're like Nico Baby's not getting this type of freedom, not getting this type of enabling by any means. S4 has to be more cautious, has to be playing more careful until he starts getting rotations, in particular from Limp. And Limp, he is starting to work on these stacks. Secret does have the ward. They are looking to at least sap the experience of it.
I might be able to steal some of these as well. There was Zai.
Yeah. Nisha even swinging over. They're actually bringing S4 to try to secure these stacks.
I mean, Zai's got the Ravage. They're going to start going on to Zai. Can they chase for him? They do have Lasso. And of course, Zai, a tough target to go on to. They're going to try and they'll knock him back with a Flame Break, but he'll simply pop the Ravage. Continue to step away. Is the Ravage at least forced out of Zai, so something the Alliance won't have to worry about.
Yeah, they can farm their stacks uncontested, but doesn't look like Secret want to. It doesn't really feel like they want to actually make any type of aggressive moves onto tower. This feels like a lot more farm-heavy game from Secret. They drafted the PA, so they want to take it to later stages, and they are 2K ahead at this 10-minute mark already, which is a really good sign. When they do have a, we always have to factor in they have a Rubik versus a Chikiro. Like he's gonna get good spells stolen at some point on this Yapso Rubik. Those team fights will be pretty hard for Alliance because they don't really have that big of a team fight lineup with the Bat Riders. Nisha forced to pop the haste.
Yeah, he's just playing around with Limpet. He knows he's always got the safe way out with that haste.
I'm wondering when Nico Baby feels like he's going to be ready to actually show up. If he is going to be going for the bots build, I feel like it's going to take a very long time for him to feel ready.
And it feels like as well, see bottom, Nisha, he's going to jump in onto S4. S4, he can't do anything against this. He's just dead.
He is just dead.
They are really, really shutting down S4 now this game. After, as we said, he had the lane to start off. It looked great to begin with, but now Secret really focusing their efforts. They see him anytime, and they realize that as a lineup, especially with Nisha making the moves, they've got very good means of bursting this Monkey King down at this stage.
they're gonna need Limp to really put the pressure on the map with his boots of travel. Because right now it's, I'm a bit concerned because like I just don't see when Nico Baby's gonna be able to do much versus this lineup.
You don't like the box.
I feel like you're giving the PA the game that he wants.
Well, yeah,
the PA is able to just farm Battle Fury then and get recalled all over the map and just farm faster.
I mean, Matu, he's going to farm that much faster, really, isn't he? As we see mid, they get the grab onto Nisha. Nisha, he's still got a step available. He's got both of them. He's going to be out and away. Yapsor and Puppey by his side. I was going to say, it's going to be interesting. It's one of those things, you know, it's a bit of a different approach. And in a game, okay, he's changed it.
He changed it. Right?
He's changed it up.
Okay.
I was going to say, maybe that was just
really confusing.
Yeah, the treads into E-Blade, the standard there. I think it would have been surprising if he went for bots. I mean, it'd be interesting to know if that was ever his plan, or if he just happened to have that shift clicked in the shop. But no, treads into E-Blade. Well, much more comfortable, and definitely something that Alliance are going to be able to use to try and blow up and punish Matumba Man at the stage where he might not have the sort of the BKB done after his Battle Fury build-up. But I'm saying that they are going to have to be quick, because it's, you know, Matu's game's going very well, and he is going to be hitting some very good timings. It's 5-1, 3K lead. All three of Secret's cores right up there at the top right now.
And I think Alliance is too scared to really fight into the threat of this Ravage, which is, it's just going to give Secret a lot of control and a lot of ways to just farm around the map. Like Limp, his lasso is down, so it feels like they just can't do anything. As the stack will get taken from the Tide, continues to get enabled that much, and just giving that space, you know, Matu, there it is. Battle Fury's done, Tread's done too. Just tried to rush it as fast as possible. That's how we saw no build up, no Wraith Bands, nothing. Just straight Treads into Battle Fury.
That's paid off.
It has.
And fast time, and in a game where he was able to get involved in action already. 2-0-1, and with this sort of timing on the Treads Battle Fury, we'll see mid Alliance.
They can't set up for Nisha. It's impossible. Their draft, just, especially without high points in Ice Path, it really feels just way too hard to go for this. Like Shadow Demon and Bat Rider can't set up for that.
No, they're best.
They're gonna smoke.
We'll see who they can get up here though, because Secret, they're in their own triangle, and they're not looking to be inclined to head up and show themselves up top.
No, they can recall the Tide. Like, let's say the fight does kick off, Puppey's gonna recall Tide, so Alliance have to be fast with their move if they'd make it.
They'll get the catch on Puppey. They're gonna drop the ults here. I mean, Puppey's dead, but I don't think Secret care about that whatsoever. As now they look to turn, S4 still sticking around, trying to stand his ground in the Wukong's command. Matu, he's already starting to have a poke at S4. S4 will be able to get the Jingu up, but they're going to have the burst and control. Nisha swings back over. S4's gone. As Alliance, they try and commit for that Puppey Keeper of the Light kill. I mean, they get the kill, but they're using everything for it, and they're losing more than they're able to take away from Secret there once again, as S4's down once more.
Secret was, they knew that move was coming. Like Puppey was, even as he got disrupted, he actually got his spirit form off. That to me like shows that they were so ready for the play. Zai instantly TP'd top to come over and swing. Didn't have to use the Ravage, but just the way that they were positioned in that whole situation just shows that they read that move from Alliance perfectly.
Radiant are scanning.
As they'll be able to just chill and farm. Matu, Battle Fury, like you said, done, level 12.
Limp.
And he's going to be able to pass this Morphous Limp.
He's trying to come out and get some bounty runes, but Secret's there waiting.
Oh, he had a stolen... Was that a stolen SD ult that he had? I didn't notice that. Oh, wow,
He had it
okay.
for the last bit of moves.
Oof. And now fresh stacks that Secret can actually invade into, while we see Alliance. They can't invade. They can't even walk into step.
I mean, what can they do right now? Is it sort of just waiting until Nico Baby has the E-Blade and saying, right, then we'll smoke and see if we can get something done with that first big item on the Morph? Because until then, we're going to struggle bringing the fight to Secret.
It still doesn't... I don't think they can fight. That's the thing, is like Tidener, I think, just poses too much of a threat versus them, really. Like, I actually feel like Limp has to have BKB now before he can look to go for anything on Secret. They have to just make better moves around the map somehow, but it's really hard. Secret might actually threaten Roche soon at this point, too. If they just keep having this Ravage available at all times, they can just force Alliance's hand at some point. And you do not want to fight with this draft. As a Bat Rider with your mid walking into a Ravage, it just feels... It feels really hard. A Secret swinging down with the smoke. They know where Limp is. They have this lane ward. They saw him sneak into the trees. Oh, Limp.
They're just catching him. both Limp and S4's game that needed to be, sort of semi-decent to put pressure on and enable space for Nico Baby to farm. It's getting dealt with very well by Secret. The Bat and the Monkey King just struggling to make moves. Was Secret prepared for any of them?
Yeah, just fully prepared and just reading any type of moves. And Alliance just now at this point it feels too hard for them to make moves. It's just okay, Nico Baby, get Ethereal Blade and hopefully we can win the game off some type of grabs and mess ups from Secret. So like 7k advantage. And they just still always have Ravage. Like Zai's just hanging on to it all this time too with this fresh Blink Dagger that he just picked up too.
Yeah, and Matu's chilling. I think, you can tell he's feeling confident going for the Aghanims straight after the Battle Fury.
Yeah, limited control for him. So if he's able to just hop from target to target, if he gets a kill, he cleans up and just jumps to the next one too.
Yeah, and that Dispel is going to be very nice against the Sticky and the Jakiro, all sort of these dots that are going to be thrown down onto him.
Still we'll have to worry, of course, versus Demonic Purge, but, PA, you're mobile. You're able to jump around inside of the fights. And Nico Baby, okay, E-Blade is online, so let's see what they can make happen.
There we go.
There is a point right now where the PA isn't going BKB. Yes. Neither is Nisha. So they are poppable. They are able to actually die as long as Zai isn't acting as that big bruiser frontliner, which he has been. So he has to somehow get past this Tidehunter. It feels very difficult though. There's no real actual team fight of your own versus this Ravage threat. Like they're gonna set up for a smoke, I think.
Surely you want to try. Surely the passive play is not going to benefit you if you're Alliance here.
You have to play around like away from the Tidehunter, around your information. So whenever they do see heroes split up with wards, or if they do see the Tidehunter with the wards, they can look for plays. But this is what we're saying, Secret. They're gonna set up and they're gonna force the hand of Alliance around this Rosh pit.
There we go.
And this is into the Ravage that Alliance has to walk into. They're gonna need some type of blessing.
How do they take this fight?
Spells.
It's gonna be so hard here.
Eyes on S4. He's
already
grab first.
They're able to get the setup onto S4. They jump over into the grab. There'll be a bit of a defensive player from Hanscam with the disruption, trying to save S4. He's able to get the Wukong's command down. But Nisha's actually jumping in. He's trying to fight deep into the ult. He's going to get punished for this. Nisha will fall. A big overcommitment there from Nisha, jumping in, feeling that he had the burst damage alone to take down S4. That was not the case by far, as that's Nisha out of this fight for 30.
I thought he'd be able to just jump away and be thankful that they Wukonged away from the pit.
He went in.
But Nisha just stays in and jumps in even further and gets punished for it. Alliance have to be quite thankful of that there. It's S4.
Oh. Gets
the Boundless.
There's onto the two of them. Zai's still holding on to that Ravage. We're going to have Nico Baby coming for the side. They get grabbed in time, so not quite able to get the E-Blade follow-up onto Puppey. So the burst won't be there as Puppey's out.
That's pretty decent for Alliance, though. Actually forcing them out of that Rosh pit, forcing them out of that area, getting the kill on Nisha. I think Secret just is going to walk right back into that pit pretty soon, though, as they do know that lasso. I think they know that the lasso was used. I don't know if they heard it, because it was casted at the very last second of while Nisha was dying. But they should be aware, at least, that a couple of these ultis are down, so we'll see what they do with it.
That should help.
Alliance, they do split themselves back up. S4 just going after the Witchblade, yet to see. It's top lane. Oh, Matu. There we go.
Okay.
Easily in.
You can use your blur to set up for ganks pretty nicely now as it resets immediately afterwards. You can run away, reset, and all that too. And not going for the Rosh play, though. They're actually looking to pressure the lanes out a little bit more instead at the moment.
Tower is under attack.
They do see Limp in mid. He's not quite at the BKB yet. If they do see him too far up, I think Zai is going to go for the opportunity to ravage him.
They're going back for... Do they want to head into the pit? No, I know they still don't want to head quite back into the pit. I mean, Matu, as you say,
he's blur hunting.
He is. I mean, he knows that Alliance has sort of sat back and split up. Question is, do they know that S4's in the trees still? No, S4 will keep himself in.
The range creep, no. Look at that. The range creep, the melee creeps now.
Oh, they do
They're
keep
very
sort of
aware of
swinging
him.
in. They must be catching a whiff of him when he jumps between the trees.
They're going to smoke down here to try to catch this. Puppy's going to look for him in the trees. Or actually, okay. No, maybe not.
I think they're maybe just not checking where the creeps are heading. So they,
no, maybe
or
not.
at least,
Looking like
they're
they're just grabbing the triangle.
They know it's a hard catch to get anyway.
Yeah, Apps are still chilling over here, just waiting to stop, maybe threaten him at least when he does jump in. They're all set up on mid. They see Huntskin for a second, and there you go.
He lays out the poison, gives up his position, and Secret, they collapse on him immediately. There's the DD rune as well down bottom. Could certainly give Secret tools to commit for the pit.
Yep. BKB on limp now, though, so he has a much easier avenue to actually walk in and not have to worry about the threat of the Ravage, at the very least.
He's going to have to head in soon if they want to try and stop this.
They are TPing over. Nisha's running over too now with a fresh DD picked up in the bottle.
See if they can get in the pit in time. It's getting low.
The Macro Pyre going to cover it pretty decently. Zai is getting low. They'll have to give some respect to it.
It's brought time for Hansken to get back into the action, so they've got the full team ready. Roshan is very low. Secret themselves, they know that Alliance is here as they themselves can't really head into the pit and start hitting it. And here
He's going to look for some information. He's walking in with the blur. Bit scared. They put down their own ward. They jump.
As soon as they get the vision, they jump immediately onto S4.
That's the best target they can get at the start of the fights. He's their big team fight for Alliance. Zai.
He's ready to set it onto Hanskin. Hanskin also going to get taken out. It's 2 quick kills for Secret and Nisha. He's got the setup for more Yules. Into the Remnant. Limp. Getting burst. They're holding back a little bit. They know, oh, got the BKBs. It doesn't even matter. BKB ain't going to do anything anyway. With crits like that, as Matty just jumps in, cuts off his head.
Just such a quick move. The swing over, the ward gets placed down, and there's no hesitation. They just instantly jump because they saw the best target. They see the Monkey King, he is that team fight for Alliance to bring them together. And they do get the bat, get themselves Aegis.
Oh, yeah.
And it really does feel like it is just going to be Nico, baby, having to pull out some miracles.
he literally only did 2 instances of damage there, and both for a crit. He gets the crit on the dagger, and he jumps in, boom, first hit. Have another crit, sir.
Just PA things.
Matu, master of the RNG here on this hero.
It feels like it happens every time, let's be honest. Playing versus PA.
Yeah, when you're playing against it. Yeah, sometimes when I'm playing it, I have to check that I skilled the ult. Like, hang on, where are these crits?
That is true. I do have to check your skill build a lot, too.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you know, my 4440 build will catch on one day. Smoke up from Alliance.
Looking to set up Zai, still always has the Ravage ready. Alliance really trying to get themselves a catch here.
We've been here before.
Again.
The Ravage is out, and straight away the fight starts with a dead Monkey King. S4's down, Matu's cleaning up the backlines. He takes down Hanskin. Nico, baby, will be able to get in and burst down Puppy, but that's it. That's all he's getting. He's not getting anything else out of this as they immediately surround him. It's a triple kill for Matu. As we do seem to be taking another page out of the book that was game 1.
Yep. This is just a really dominant showing from Secret. No mercy really to Alliance, and it's just been Nico, baby, getting all the space in the world from this. As Alliance just can't fight. S4 every single time now has been jumped. Even when the fight went badly, right? As soon as they identify, as soon as they see the Monkey King, that's priority number 1 in these fights. If he doesn't get Wukongs off, Alliance has nothing in the fights.
I mean, and why is this sort of ending up, being as hard as it is for S4? Is it just sort of that he is their only real front line, but at the same time, hero-wise, this hero's not really kitted out to sort of get in there and face the brunt of the attack that Secret's bringing?
You answered your question yourself, yeah. He is the front line. He has to be the team fighter, but also the frontliner, and they also don't have an initiator because they don't have the blink bat. And he took a long time to get BKB versus all of these disables that he has to worry about. These instant disables in particular. Rubik, Tide Ravage, Aether Remnant, all very quick for her bat to deal with. And Secret's just swinging across the map so quickly. The power of Coddle really does come into play too.
But these items from Matu are coming out at a ridiculous time. I mean, he's what,
So
5k ahead of Nico, baby. It's just boom, Battle Fury, boom, Ags, boom, BKB. Oh, watch that. There's also a Basher on the courier, boom.
It really just does feel like Alliance can't do much.
FNG? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, good night. Good night, sir.
Godlike.
Godlike ending. 26 minutes in, Matu back on the same form that we saw in the game 1 drop.
Whoa! Oh, they messed up the shotgun.
They messed up the combo as he's going to be able to pop the BKB and start killing them all. As he's in onto Hansken. As, yeah, this is getting a little messy. Alliance, they're throwing in buybacks. Are they going to be able to turn it? They're dragging him in with the lasso. They're able to get him down to half HP, but Mata, he's still good to go. He's in on the West Fort. The bashes are there. As that was not how it was supposed to go there for Alliance.
Oh, no, and they get Nico Baby as well. Is he going to be able to retreat? He is not. That might be where you call it.
That was a rough one. I mean, to be fair, he had the Aegis, so let's say they don't. Let's say they don't, throw that combo completely out the window and lead it in with a disruption E-Blade. Oops, we've used everything at the same time. Then they kill him once. He's probably going to kill them anyway afterwards. So maybe they can find some sort of respite in the fact that even if they had landed that combo, they probably would have still lost the fight.
I think it's those desperate moves where you want to just try to get anything you can, get any type of kill, reset the fight as Limp tries to find stuff out on the map, and well, it's completely over.
At least we got an exciting game 2, So, kudos to Secret for giving us that. Game 1 and Game 3 was Secret back to business, as it seems as this game, quite like the first game, seems pretty impossible right now for Alliance.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm so confused. How does Morphling have Aether Remnant? He stole it from the Morph. Or how does Rubik have Aether Remnant? He stole it from the Morphling when he turned into it. Yeah, Secret just... This one they've just had full control, really. It's like just these Ravages, just the threat of their team fight has been too much. The Bat Rider, it feels like Limp, he had to own the lane.
And Matu's in.
That he didn't just...
He's under tier 4s. He's ready to go. He's able to take down Hansken. He pops the BKB. He's going to look towards Limp. Nico Baby's going to turn into the PA. As the Aegis timed out, but Secret, they're keeping tabs of that. Matu's starting to back away. Alliance desperately trying to chase in with the E-Blade, but he's off to the side. They're going to dagger down Ice Path as well. They're moving in onto Matu. Can they kill this PA? No.
He's jumping away.
He's away once more. Over towards Puppy. He goes. As Matu's out, now they're ready to turn. Woo! Matu's back in. Ravage out. Zai, he's ready to go for more. There's the backup required as they jump in onto S4. A Wukong's command comes immediately to an end. As it's getting messy.
Into the Force Staff. Okay, they're trying for Nico Baby as well.
They're going in deep here under the tier 4s. And they've got the control on Nico Baby. Playing around with this morph. He's trying to get back towards his fountain. They're not going to let him. They're not going to let him. As Matu's in with the bashes, they're calling it. They want the pain to end here, Alliance. As game 3, it was another game 1 hit. As Secret just coming out on another level. And I just never a chance in this game, it seemed, for Alliance. Never a chance at all.
It seemed like when, we saw the Monkey King doing well in the lane, he was having a great start, and then when he dies the 2 times, it just becomes a disaster. It really does feel like that. As the mid matchup, I think maybe they felt like the Bat Rider was going to do a little bit better, but when Limp doesn't do better, and their off lane also feeds, it starts to all just snowball out of control. Morphling, it's too much for Nico Baby. It's way too much pressure for Nico Baby to really be able to use. As he just, even if he itemized differently, I don't see what he can do versus this looming pressure that Secret just starts to bring, and just this team fight pressure, this Ravage threat, just the threat of it, just didn't allow Alliance to make their moves that they wanted to.
No, not at all. Another incredible showing from Secret in this third game, as Alliance definitely going to have quite a few things to review after the game 1 and the game 3. At least, as I say, they'll be able to take away that strong performance they had in the second game. But these other 2 games, Secret, no messing around. This third game ending 27-6 at 29 minutes in, with no way of Alliance returning any sort of action. As there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Secret will take this series. It's all theirs, 2-1 against Alliance.
The night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out. makes no sound. I'll find valid